So you're logged in, but I can't see you, bro. There he is.
Hey.
What was going on there?
Oh man. So, fun fact. I stayed a little extra just to help with production, and then all of a sudden, like a $500 deal came in.
Fuck yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna put every bit of time and effort as I can as this. And so they're down, and we're gonna do it for a closeout on the 30th. And just took a page out of all these books you've been sending me.
That's
So
awesome, man.
yeah, I put the time in and worked out really well. So pretty excited. If you hear me yell "shut up" a few times, it's literally the pig.
No worries, man. I can't hear him. So,
Okay, good.
yeah. If
Yeah,
you want to
sorry and
shut up
everything.
like you got Tourette's or something, that's fine. But
Oh yeah, no, go with that. Get that sympathy. Get the sympathy views.
yeah, we'll get the sympathy views for sure. Well, guess who is not joining us yet,
No,
and guess why?
a pig.
Oh, go on, the Craft Brews Geek News Facebook page real quick. Have you been on there?
Dude, I'm on my phone. I'm not about to try to
Oh,
maneuver things. Yeah, all right. So
so,
just what is it? Let me hear it.
so I posted something not too long ago, and I said, due to my vacation last week, I said we were unable to meet for Fantasy Brews podcast, but
Right.
tonight it's on. I said, Cade, don't forget to update your iPad like at least twice, and I tagged you both in there. And
99% battery right now. Just throwing it
beautiful,
out there.
beautiful. Well, guess who's got the update bug this week? Alex.
Oh,
He sends me a screenshot. He's like, dude, he's like, I'm done. Like or he said, my computer's updating. He's like, maybe it'll work on my iPad. I said, well, you might want to update that too. So then he messaged me and he said that the format won't work on his iPad. So he's got to wait for his computer to update.
all right. So we'll catch him in the second half.
I'm going to see, what, let's see, where's
Hi, Ashley.
Kate says hello. Ashley.
I can
She
see
says
her.
she says she's eating all of her proteins.
Oh yeah, I ate a pound of ahi tuna today, so I know the feeling.
He said he had a pound of ahi. Yum.
Yum. Oh yeah,
Delicious.
with curry.
With curry. Yes.
Right.
Do you guys just want to have a podcast episode about food real quick while we wait for Alex's computer to...
Well, I mean,
You
we
could.
we probably could actually. No problem. That's absolutely hilarious that Alex is having problems now. Oh, the tables have turned.
The tables have turned. Mine will be next week. So
Yeah, you're due. You're definitely due.
Corey's actually under the weather this week, so he'll be with us next week. So I just thought I'd go ahead and throw that out there.
Wasn't a crazy? It was a weird, crazy week this for football wise, but craft beer wise, man, it's my favorite time of the year.
So, I mean, if you want, well, I just asked Alex where he's at with his update. I mean, if you want to, we can start into it, at least cover that aspect and see what's going on because it's already 8:50.
We get tailed at the end if that makes because if he's got something really he wants to talk about, then I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool. So you had, so we're not on yet, but you had said something of a couple things, a couple different ideas, right, that you wanted to talk about. So what do you got in mind there so I can write this down?
Oh, just like get in touch with some of your local breweries. I mean, like me being in Dunedin, especially. So I mean, everybody. We got what 8 official. Unofficially, we have 8. If you count Anti-Brewing on the weekends.
When they're open, you can count.
Yeah, when they're open, it really just comes down to how PJ feels.
Right.
So when they're open, but especially this time of the year, going to Oktoberfest, with Oktoberfest going on and everything, because it doesn't start in October. It actually starts the 21st of September.
I
But
know.
people seem to, I know they dwell on that.
I don't get it.
So yeah,
It's
so
like, go ahead.
go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, it's like, why did you start going to Hollow Scream or Halloween Horror Nights before October? I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean,
I
might as
don't get it.
well. If you're gonna book it, do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
cheaper, I guess, at that point.
yeah, so like all those good pumpkin beers and the Marzens are gonna start showing up and everything.
Yes.
Oh, I
So
know.
you're thinking that you would want to be at a brewery whilst you do this, or that we should be at a brewery while we do this?
No,
Because
I mean
it's going to be
that'd
more
be a good way
difficult.
to go about it, but at the same time, just kind of like local favorites. Is because there's some breweries that might not be able to do that whole get the word out kind of thing. So just your local spots, because
Oh,
I know you see what I'm saying.
so like reach out to them and see what beers they have coming up for this certain time of year.
Yeah, like what they got going on, because I know Caden down at uh, D Hop. I know he's pulling out a good pumpkin beer this year. Of course, my personal friends over at Soggy Bottom.
Right, right.
They're doing the pumpkin slaughter, which is straight up like a pumpkin brown. So
Okay.
yeah, so I mean, let's just it wouldn't hurt to just kind of reach out, like, because I mean, we are just a mild mannered, fun friends podcast kind of deal, but every little bit kind of helps, because I'm all about supporting local business, and if it means getting good beer knowledge out to people that maybe don't venture out to these areas, because if you're out in Wesley Chapel, and unless you hear something you want to hear or anything like that, you're not going to make that drive all the way to Dunedin for no reason.
Right. So where we could tie this into before we get into the fantasy stuff would be when we're sharing the beer that we're drinking, right?
Right.
And then at the end of it, because it's like, what are you drinking and what do you want to drink? So at the end of like your share and say, but what I also want to look forward to is X, Y, and Z, and like name off like 2 or 3 breweries that you've reached out to that week to say, hey, what do you have coming up? What's about to come out? I want to try this, I want to try that, I want to try that down in Dunedin or wherever local. So that'd be a good time to pitch that in the what do you want to
Cool.
drink section.
Dude, perfect. That works out great. That's excellent. And it
Okay.
ties in everything, makes the show flow still a little bit,
Yep.
and you're not just kind of like, oh, but before we keep going,
Right. Right. I like it. And we can try that tonight. So do you know of anything that's coming up?
literally the 2 beers I just mentioned.
Okay. All right. So we can throw those in there again.
Yeah,
That should be fun.
I'm not drinking them right now because they're not official yet. I'm actually sipping tequila because of the
Ah, nice.
huge big deal I just did today. So
Little rewardy wardy.
little little chill Texacoco. It's silver. It's nice. It's supple.
Okay.
It's easy.
Now, do you like Malagra at all?
The smokiness kind of throws me off a little bit.
Really?
But
There's a smokiness to Malagra?
the ones that I've had, just like the official, the crazy weird kind, I've
Hmm.
only had mixes. I've had mixes. That's why.
So, sorry, I'm actually I have 2 screens. So like if you see me looking this way, I'm actually looking at us talk on my TV. So now I have it back on the computer, so it looks like I'm actually talking to you and not the side of my head.
Oh, bless your
Just
heart.
flipping screens. Yeah. So the Malagra, the silver though, is not smoky yet. Yeah, I saw the shirt earlier. I
Yeah,
was like, Hooters.
it's a
Uh,
medium. This is a medium.
Actually, hey Ash, do you
Uh,
wanna put together 2 tequila shots? We can cheers for Cade's successful day today. I mean, it wasn't really a question. A little bit of salt. Yeah.
oh,
I'm
it's
not
all right. You just came back from a cruise. It's okay.
well, I'm not sipping on it. I got the bourbon.
Ah, see,
So,
now I don't feel so bad
no.
having some solid, straight from south of the
Well,
border. May or may not have been smuggled up some of the tequila.
I've also got a little bit of Bear Lasers
Oh, good.
and
I can't mix.
Seven Sun IPA headbanger.
Oh, the headbanger. Okay. All right. You know, it's funny. I feel bad because I actually had a friend of mine was having his birthday today, so he actually gave me a little big old taste of his. He actually from Arcane.
Oh yeah,
It was their strawberry mojito saison.
really?
Uh,
Strawberry mojito saison.
I'm off Friday. If it's around on Friday, somebody's picking up a 32 of that
Pig.
one. Hey, sorry, pig.
Pipe down, pig.
Hey, quit chewing on stuff. Go to bed. Yeah, so it was that bread like as you're bringing it to your the
Yeah,
the bouquet is you smell the strawberry and then
yeah.
a little bit of that breadiness, and then you take the sip, dude. That mint comes in like right there, and you're all of a sudden your sinuses are clear.
Hmm.
It's a crazy. It's like a 1-2 punch with it. Like one of my favorite things about good sours is just a 1-2 shot. Like you get that initial hit, that initial smell as you're bringing it up. You get the smell, the sweetness. I was like, ooh, strawberry. The breadiness is there. It's going to be
That
fantastic.
sounds so good.
Oh, you take that sip, and then you're like, what is all these flavors? And then that back end kick. That mint comes in hard and phenomenal.
Uh,
I mean, what does Arcane do best? They do sours really, really, really well.
that
And
sounds phenomenal.
it's just so dude, I'm almost crying.
Yeah, he's talking about the arcane one. Which one? Did you try the oh shit, I gotta try the final what?
Is she okay? Does she
I
just
don't
have a
know.
stutter? Quit eating my golf bag.
The damn golf bag.
I'm literally gonna throw a paper towel at him, and I don't care if he chews it up.
She's yelling at me now. She wants to know if you had the what? The chocolate fingers? Grandma finger. That sounds so terrible. Who would
Ah, the name alone makes me want to bring a friend.
Okay, she says it sounds tasty. It's called the Grandma Fingers blueberry pie. Oh, I gotta take my headphones off. Hold on. Go ahead. Grandma Fingers blueberry cobbler
Cobbler.
pastry sour. So grandma stuck her fingers in the blueberry cobbler pastry.
Where were Grandma's fingers before? That's the important question.
Kate says, "Where were grandma's fingers before?" That is the important. And I ask, how many?
Yeah. Did Grandma throw out too? Did Grandma go bowling ball? Like
Did
where
she
did
go?
Grandma go with this?
Did she go a little?
Yeah, a little shocker.
She's gonna make a couple holes in there. Oh
Oh
Jesus!
my God.
This
I'm
is
gonna
all
be,
recording, by the way. We
oh,
haven't even.
fantastic.
Yeah, this
You know,
is
that
all
was the best part.
on. This is all
Yeah,
on
so
YouTube, which I'm gonna actually do something a little different this week. I'm actually gonna post this to the Craft Brews Geek News Facebook page so that people can click on it while we're doing it live.
hey, you know what? I didn't last on Vine, so I hope this makes me famous.
Bring over those shots, baby.
Come on, there we go.
Salt's on there and everything.
Oh, she went. Oh,
She gave me a heavy one there.
it says you.
What are we cheersing to? What happened?
He made a really good strong deal at the end of work today.
And
he works for LA Fitness.
When did this happen?
Like
you don't follow him on
not
Facebook?
2 months ago.
We just became Facebook friends.
He's like, yeah, he's killing it.
Personal training?
No, they don't know. They're too scared if I do personal training. I'll get people fired.
Who's this?
He said that. Oh, she can't hear me. That's right. He says that they're too scared to have him personal train because he'll get people fired. No, he's just signing people up left, right, and center, changing lives.
Good.
Changing lives.
That's what I do too. Change lives.
It's all about finding the need and changing their life. Well, cheers to you, Cade.
Now, cheers to y'all as well, and your safe return from your amazing cruise.
Yes.
Cruise.
It's so cute.
There's not a lot of salt on here. I'm sorry.
There you go. All right, work that. Yeah, I'm a boy.
Yeah. Actually, Milagro is really smooth for
I
tequila.
love Milagro.
Right,
It's
right.
like that's the thing I like about it. It's not like though it's tequila, it's not really like the strong, curvy finish of the
Is
tequila.
Kate still working at
Yeah.
the bar?
Yeah, he fills in every now and then.
I moonlight, to pay the bills.
He does the moonlight.
I love these fucking stings on.
Oh no.
Alex is out, isn't he?
Well, he says he's at 25%.
Oh, good lord! Let's just go through the games now.
All right. I'll say, all right, we're starting,
We're gonna start. Hey,
and then just hop in. Oh, he's at 48%, so that's good. Which means by
that's
the
good.
time it gets to 75, it's going to stall again because it just
Yeah.
wants you to think that you're almost there,
Mhm.
and then just say "fuck you." That's
Don't
what
ever
it does.
trust those. Don't ever trust those big jumps.
Those big
Uh,
jumps are
no,
just like false. They just
Yep.
want you to feel like that's what I think the creators of the internet learned, or even whoever updates, back when the days of 56K, like you literally saw it 1 percentage point at a time.
And then
Just
it's like
increase.
leap ahead. It's like the equivalent of a girl at the bar saying, "Oh my God, you're so funny."
You're not wrong. That's just like
No, I'm not.
that's just like you probably shouldn't buy any more beers for this chick. No.
Oh my God, you're so funny. I am tequila for the lady.
All right.
And yeah, the next thing you know, I suddenly own a Porsche.
Yep.
Pretty
Or
much.
if you're like me, you end up at the Kennedy spending $500 on a bar tab because you buy that lady a tequila drink and she invites all of her friends.
Oh,
Mhm.
he's not there.
What?
I've done it. No, for me, it was at one of the first time, like the first year or two down in this area, and it was at Kelly's before it became like back in the day before it was Crown and Bull. So it was I met a friend, and then he brought his friends, and then I hit it off with somebody there, and then she's like, "Oh, well, my friends are coming too." Like, yeah, bring them. And all of a sudden, it was like one tequila shot turns into I have 9 tequila shots on my tab.
And they're all Patron because
And
nobody wants the well.
It has to be because they sang it in that song. So we got to drink Patron. Yeah, it was one of those like, hey, how are you going to pay for this $300 bar tab? I was like, I didn't know I had a $300 bar tab.
Who are all? I don't know any of these people. Why did you pour them drinks?
Yeah. No, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. I'm like, yeah, all right, that's cool. That's awesome. And all of a sudden, we're not Facebook friends anymore.
Nope. They all just scatter away and they never fucking say thank you.
I'm gone. Gone with the
All
one.
right.
Hey, stop being dumb.
So I did get to watch some football this week. I saw a little bit about what's going on. You might jog my memory because I've just been focused on so many things. So really at the beginning of the show, go ahead. You'll kind of carry it. We'll ask questions. Basically what I got written down so far is we'll do our intro. We'll do the what are you drinking? Then what do you want to drink? Plug a couple beers. I've got one or two that I can mention. And then we'll go into most shocking moments of the week. I think that would be a good way to start. There was a lot.
There's one big one, but yeah.
One big one. And I've got one that's not as shocking, but for me, I think it was because it finally happened after 3 weeks. Then we will go into
Nothing. I was gonna say that kid from Pittsburgh threw a couple touchdowns.
It's part of that. So
first time starters had a good solid week 3. So that's why I'm pretty excited about this podcast tonight.
All right. So then we'll go into key injuries and also there were some injuries today that came up in my feed that I think are pretty significant.
That's all you because I've been
Emmanuel Sanders.
What happened to Emmanuel Sanders? Hold on.
It came up in my feed just a little while ago. Let's see here.
Yeah, I've been at work since 7 a.m. So
so like in the Yahoo League, it gives me updates and it says Emmanuel Sanders. Well, now it's not showing me there. Hold on.
Emmanuel Sanders stubbed his toe.
Did he?
Probably.
Player updates. Emmanuel Sanders limited with a quad, so maybe they're just taking an extra
Well, I mean,
Easy on him.
yeah,
But
that's
Amari
that's
Cooper
what I
got an
said.
MRI on his ankle. So
Oh, MRI. Okay, yeah. I mean,
that's a big one for me.
For you, that's absolutely fine. For me, that those Jacobs over in the Raiders, that kid. I mean,
What's wrong with him?
he was like limited all week, with knee and ankle, and then he did great. He was fine. He got clear. Like, cool. I'm going to start him, and then he got shut. I mean, he got crushed. Like, he had like 40 yards rushing. That's it.
Well, because I've got him on my other league. Yeah, I thought he got up. Oh yeah, he only got 4.4 points.
4.44 yards.
But he's scheduled to make 12 points this week, so maybe he'll make a comeback. Yeah, so we could talk about that. Talk about how our teams did. Let's see here. How many leagues are you in?
I'm in one.
Okay,
but
I'm in two.
I'm in the same league we've all done this league for like 11 years.
Gotcha. Okay. One league I pay for it. The other was free, and it's the winner gets beer because it's the craft brew, or it's the brew league. So it's free to join, and then we just get beer. So there's really not a lot on the line in that one.
No, you say that. There's a lot on the line with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, depends on how it's all about perspective.
Well, I figured they already made their money because we were there doing the draft at Brew a couple weeks ago, and everybody was drinking for like 2 or 3 hours. So that was actually a fast draft too. Like it went 12 teams, boom, 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 boom.
Dude, get on the bed. Sorry, get on the pig.
You don't have to apologize. I already know. It's the people out there that don't. So
that's why I keep saying it. I don't want him to be like I had like a emotional disorder. I'm like, hey. Like, this little son of a gun. By the way, this is him. There he is. That's him.
Wilbur.
No. All right. First off, that's offensive. That name is Ivar. It's Scandinavian and it's strong. But he's annoying as all hell right now.
Gotcha. So I'm going to go ahead and share this to the Craft Brews Geek News Facebook page.
Yeah, go nuts.
Copy. Facebook, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, he's chewing on my old Tampa Bay Devil Rays catcher's helmet right now. I think it was won by Toby Hall at one point. Hey, can you not do that?
Maybe he's hungry, Cade. I'm thinking.
Dude, he eats so bad.
He's a pig. Of course, he loves having the pig.
Yeah, I love having the pig.
You're yelling at your pig whilst I'm answering Ashley's questions.
Different strokes, different folks. All right, 1 second. Let me throw more food down for him. Maybe that'll do it. Come here, you son of a gun. All right, let's see. Come here. Ow, you stepped on my foot. There you go, buddy. All right, I feel good about the current situation. He is preoccupied.
Let's see here.
Crazy guy.
God damn it. I don't know who did this, and I can't override it unless anybody knows. So I've got this Sony receiver and it's fantastic. But if nothing comes through the receiver, as far as sound goes, it turns off after 15 minutes. It's annoying.
Oh, there you are. So mysterious.
See? Did it black out?
Yeah, no, it blacked completely out. I personally like to sit under normal lighting.
Well, I'm sitting under TV light.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, it's just a bulb in the wall.
It's just all we are is just another bulb in the wall. What? What's your? I got 1 second. She literally has so much stuff in her lunch. I can't give her both these chips. Then don't. I'm gonna give her the Fritos. Yeah, she did ask for the other ones though. And I'll give her the other ones, but yeah, she's not getting both. That's fine. Okay. Let me tag a friend. I'm with Cade. And I'm with Alex.
Best beard in the biz.
And with Pig. All right. And how do I post this? Oh, right there. Post. Okay. Let's post it. By the way, if you go to this right now, it's me looking down at my phone and it's you looking down at your phone, but with a beard. Mine is
Yes.
actually
Yeah.
me looking down at a phone and then Ashley in the background at the fridge.
Asking like what did your kids ask for?
Basically. All right, so let's go ahead and dig into this because
Yep.
I think Alex is probably at 76% by now, so he'll be on soon, I hope.
Or at least, or he could be another hour away.
He could be.
Unfortunately.
Well, and though I'm going to let Donnie know that we've been recording for the last 26 minutes so that he can have fun editing all of this.
Hey, just skip it, mix and match, feed in, feed out.
I used all the salad. Yes, I used all the salad. Very good question before I started the podcast. Who? She has salad. It's already packed in the bowl. Tomato, lettuce, and mayonnaise. What does she want? A BLT without the bread and the bacon? Oh, we'll just take. Okay, do this. Take a couple shreds of lettuce out of her salad that we made. Run them under water real quick and try to get the dressing off, and then put it on the bread. She'll love it, right?
It's the same thing. Practically the same
It's
thing.
practically it's just lettuce. Lettuce gets wet, everything comes off. That's why you wash it.
She's a small child. She won't know the
You
difference.
can put some soap on there, right? Get the oils off the leaves.
There's like 13 viewers calling services right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was watching this podcast.
So I don't know if we have any live viewers right now.
Oh, thank God.
But all right, we're gonna go ahead and start this, babe. Do you have anything left that you need from me?
I don't know. Should I just go to bed?
No, you can hang out if you want to. Yeah.
More the merrier.
More the merrier, because Alex is not on yet, so he's at like 89%.
She watches football, right?
You watch football?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done. She's
Done.
in. She's in.
She's just gonna pound shots while we're doing the podcast.
I'll join her.
Okay, Kate said he's gonna join you. So at the end of this show, everybody's gonna be hammered. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do any shots. It's just be you two. I gotta get up early. So
yeah, I gotta be at the gym at like 8 a.m.
All right. Well, then you've got 3 hours. Okay. So, welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Brews on the Craft Brews and Geek News podcast. Today, I am actually joined currently with Cade. How are you doing, sir? We've already been through a lot, but how are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Had a great little day and doing a nice little sipper of some Texcoco tequila, which is on a border size silver.
I like it.
Yep. And just kind of enjoying it. Really excited to talk about some fantasy football and some great beer.
Awesome. And then myself, Brewboy 813, I'm doing well as well. Had a shot of tequila with our buddy here over the internet, and I've got a couple of beers that I'm going to share here in just a minute. Now, did you bring any beers as well, Kate, or is it just the tequila tonight?
I got tequila right now because I had the Arcane earlier. So I'm going to
go ahead. Wait, before we move forward.
Yes.
That Arcane beer. You have to describe to the fellow listeners if they don't want to go back to the 26 minutes of previously recorded material that we already have.
Can I give them give me 10 seconds? I can get the can.
Get the can.
Get the can. All right, on it. And I'm grab the tequila too.
Grab the pig.
I don't understand.
He said, I don't understand.
Ibar, heel.
Ibar.
All right, so This Arcane, their Master Berry.
Master Berry. And okay, so you were describing this to me earlier.
Yes.
Please, in full detail, go for it.
All right, so it's a sour because very few places do sours better than Arcane. They are epically great at it. I put them right there with, Rap, especially those guys over there. So the Master Berry, the best way to describe it, it's a strawberry mint mojito sour. So the bouquet kicks you right in the face. You get a whole really good solid strawberry taste. I mean, almost like jam. Like you ever had like homemade strawberry jam?
Hell yeah.
That's like Smuckers. So that
Smuckers.
hits in.
Wait, is Smuckers homemade?
Yeah. Oh, all day, every day, son.
Okay, just making sure because they also put it at Cracker Barrel, so I wasn't sure.
So you're making fun of Cracker Barrel? I'm confused because
Not making fun of Cracker Barrel.
Okay,
Not making fun of Cracker Barrel.
you're talking about a place
Just
whose
saying.
entire menu is worth $847. So yeah, it's the jam for days.
I'm glad you know that.
I do research. So the strawberry comes out right at when you get to the lips and the nose, you get that breadiness right off the start. The tart, it hits you later on, but I mean, it's a 1-2 punch. The mint comes in right at the end,
Oh
and
yeah.
but it stays all the way through. Like I cannot begin to express how wonderful it was sipping on that beer. It was stupendous, and especially it's a sour rolling at a 6%. Win-win for everybody, in my opinion.
Absolutely, and just so the listeners out there know, Kate described this beer to me in the exact same fashion about 15 minutes ago. So
I haven't had that much tequila, obviously.
but no, your passion is what I was getting at. Your passion.
Oh, yeah.
That's where it's at.
Good beer is good beer. I can sit there and probably describe the same way blindfolded talking on someone else's podcast.
Oop, quick little tidbit. Our buddy Alex is at 90%. So
somebody put that fire out. He's going.
If you follow us, which if you're listening right now, you're on our Craft Brews Geek News Facebook page. I posted that everybody needs to make sure, especially Cade. I said, don't forget to update your iPad like twice because a few weeks ago it went out on him. So then Alex had update problems today, and he's been updating since 8:30. So it's been updating for an hour. But he's almost on. He's almost on.
Where'd he get his internet? North Korea?
I know. How old is that computer?
Good Lord. It's like an Acer 1997.
Hey, did you say Acer or Asus?
Acer.
Okay. Asus was better. That's why I was just making sure. Wait.
Well, obviously now I know how the other half lived.
I've actually got a computer that's off to the right here. It's a old Asus. I don't want to digress too much. I've had it since 2012. It's touchscreen and everything, and it works like a charm. I just have it off to the side and I plug it in every now and then. I do a little bit of my biggest geek thing besides. What are you doing? Yeah. Just poke that finger in there. My biggest thing besides like Dragon Ball Z is Magic the Gathering. So I play Magic the Gathering online every now and then. Yeah, I'm that guy, bro. I'm that guy.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I usually roll a green-black deck as a planeswalker, but no, it's cool. Go on.
You're a Magic the Gathering fan?
I had a difficult childhood.
So did I.
That's my point. It was, what's World of Warcraft? I can just go into another world? Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
You meet a bunch of other people just kind of running around, and Magic the Gathering. Actually, my uncle got me into that because we were actually only separated by like a handful of years. But one day I came from school and he was with
Pipe down, kitty cat. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, so it was saying, it was like, what are you guys doing? Playing cards? I'm like, oh, you guys are playing like me being a small kid. Oh, what is that? Oh, you playing Go Fish? Or are you playing Crazy Eights? I'm like, no. And they go in, and once you start throwing names out, if you're like good night.
That's the fucking cat. He knocked over the broom. Sorry.
I'm a pig.
You have a pig. I've got a cat.
I know. My pig just ate half of Toby Hall's catcher's helmet from the early D-Rays days.
Hey, you know what happened last time you went up there? You got stuck behind it, and I'm about to do that this time. Well, you know what we should do? We should start another podcast. Not tonight, obviously, but
No,
another
no,
Magic the
we got too much
Gathering
going on here.
podcast. Play online. That'd be fun. Um,
Yeah, jocks who are nerds.
Jocks who are nerds. That's exactly right. I played Pokemon too. If you have me there, then I think we.
No.
Oh, the podcast could be called Jocks Who Are Nerds.
Yeah, there you go. Like, no,
Yeah.
I didn't Pokemon because I was too busy being outside doing fun things. But I played. I had Pogs.
Dude, I've got Pogs on my fucking floor right now. I shit you not. There, look, bam, boom. That's one. It fell out of the case. Poisoned or poisonized right here. Okay.
Oh.
I've even got, dude. I've got my slammers. Look at me geeking out right now. And then I've got the blade ones.
Yep.
Double poison. What is this one? I don't even know what this is. It says the only way to fly. I'm like a pterodactyl. Bam.
Dude, I'm gonna get a hold of my mother. I'm gonna go, Mom.
I'm gonna get a hold of
Mom. Mom, I mean this in the nicest way possible. I'm gonna need you to break out the Beavis and Butthead holographic slammer.
No.
Got it for Christmas. It was a beautiful day.
A Beavis and Butthead slammer. Holographic slammer. Holographic.
Thank you. I mean, let's call it what it really is. Yeah,
was it in the shape of an hourglass?
No. It wasn't those big, thick hourglass. No, this is straight the circular slammer, but it was about yay thick.
What?
And it was holographic, like it was Beavis and Butthead, and then if you turned it ever so slightly, it was Beavis and Butthead rocking on the couch. So it was like they're doing a headbang on the couch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call that one in because I'm pretty sure it's worth like $7 million now.
I think so. You know what? Of all the things I ever collected, I'm glad I still have my Pogs over all of my first edition Pokemon cards and all the gold rare Magic cards that I don't have anymore because I sold them for $40 at a head shop. But it doesn't matter what I did in my past.
No, not one bit.
Not one bit.
I'm looking at a half-eaten Toby Hall catcher's helmet right now, so yeah, it doesn't really matter.
You know what matters most about that is that it's still a Toby Hall's helmet, so you're good.
He gave a couple good years to the Rays, okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's still half there. So anyway, we're just killing time because we're still waiting for Alex.
For Alex, but we should probably kind of get into this before it gets too late.
You know what it's doing to him? It's downloading the update and then it's really going to update.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then he's gonna have to restart his computer.
This is Windows. We are currently downloading your update, and then we're going to give you your update.
Yep.
Please double every amount of time that we offer you.
Well, that's what PlayStation does, bro. Like you it
Xbox
says
doesn't do that.
Updating? No, it doesn't. Oh well,
No,
on PlayStation,
Xbox calls it like it is. Like, bro, go to work.
It's gonna be there for a minute. Okay,
it'll be done when you get back. We promise.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and share what I've got tonight, and it's one of two. So, first one I'm gonna go ahead and share is one of my favorite beers, and it comes to us from Hidden Springs. It's the Bear Lasers. Brewed with IPA it's an IPA brewed with citrus, Simcoe, and Mosaic hops. Absolutely love this beer, and I get to pick it up more frequently now, closer to my house at a Shell's gas station because they have a great craft beer selection.
Oh, that distribution, huh?
Now, true story. Met somebody today. I won't say who and I won't say from where, but they distribute this other beer that I carry. Or that I have in my hand right now, the Seventh Son IPA. And he says that it's really hard to fulfill orders with the Headbanger IPA because for whatever reason. This is always at my Shell's gas station, and it's not old. So Shell's evidently has the craft beer game on lock, and couldn't be more excited to tap into that here in just a little bit.
Obviously, Shell's gas stations knows Devin personally, and whoever does the marketing or distribution knows, like, it's cool. Oh, are we at a Headbanger? Let me make a call to my girl real quick.
There it is.
And she'll send it out. So yeah. Or they're trying to pee on your leg and tell you it was raining. So it's cool. As someone who as people in sales, We tend to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So tip of the cap, tip of the cap to that person.
Yeah, because I bought it just because I was like, man, I really want this guy to know that I still enjoy this beer. So I thought of him as I bought it. And I bought the graffiti orange as well, which he said they don't have problems with.
Yeah,
So,
go figure. It's like Time Bomb.
yeah.
Hey, can I get some light citrusy, a little bit of hops that somebody can drink right over a citrus salad? Yeah, we got Time
Get
Bomb
the
all day.
perfect thing for you.
I got something for you right now. All right, go to bed, brother.
Hey, so Cade, we've talked a lot. Found out that we have more in common than we ever knew before, which is awesome. But what beers are on the list of beers coming up for you to try? Because that's what the people really want to know, besides why they tuned in and listening us to the fantasy football show.
Okay, so the two that it's funny you say that because I actually talked to both the people brewing the beers personally today. Because I market, I'm that guy, and I love beer, and I love Dunedin, and
Fuck.
so yeah.
Sorry, not to you.
No,
My
it's
TV
okay.
turned
I'll
off
let you
again.
come out of the shadows.
My TV's turned off again.
No, that's good. That's good. Tell us how you really feel. There he is. Oh, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm under this bright light. Thank God someone here has a tan. So the two beers I want to talk about are actually, believe it or not, one of them is for Sea Dog Brewing over on 19 in Clearwater.
Okay.
My best friend, I was the best man in his wedding, best friend.
Gotcha.
So they were doing a blonde. And so when they went to go back in the mill, the coffee stout that they had originally used with the mill, one of their guys did not clean out the augers. So when they sent the grain through, the leftover coffee got caught into it. So when they did their first mash in, there was coffee. So he's like,
no.
yeah. So he's laughing about it. Like we're at Yaya's eating chicken, talking about it today, and he's like, yeah. So I gotta go. He's like, I gotta go down to local distributor and pick up a couple of bags of coffee, just coffee grounds, and I gotta put that in for the second session. I was like, all right. Was that planned? He goes, no. And that's when he told me the story. I was laughing my ass off. I go, you know what, dude? I will say this right now. Doing a blonde, Swamphead does a phenomenal. It's called Morning Glory.
Morning
Something along
glory.
these lines. It's a coffee blonde. It's at a Swamphead in Gainesville.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I honestly, as someone can just chime in or just like they comment tomorrow, say I'm an idiot. No, it's actually called this. Please do, because it is an amazingly wonderful beer. A good friend of mine, a kid named Max Heinisch, he was bartending that day, and he got me into it because I hate coffee. I don't drink coffee at all. You couldn't pay me to drink coffee. You make a coffee blonde like Swamphead did, I will drink that all day next to my Gatorade.
Okay.
It's that good of a beer. So I told him, I was like, dude, like he's like, yeah, I just want to do it just to kind of, just add to it and just make something out of it. I go, dude, you know how many beers people have made that they made mistakenly? So I told him, like, dude, yeah. What's up, Mr. Jalapeno?
Jalapeno might be
Yep.
just
What's up,
fucking
Jalapeno?
turned out. I don't know.
I don't want to bring it up, but Mr. Jalapeno, by the way, thank you for helping me throw 30 plus feet at the stone throw because I had the jalapeno IPA before I did the stone throw, and I medaled. So that medal's half yours.
So you're saying that I helped put a little pep in your step?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have huge biceps already.
Huge.
Yeah, huge biceps.
Look who it is.
Hey, is he here? Is he in?
Hey!
I'm here.
Yay!
After an hour of downloading and updating, you finally arrived.
Oh my!
Welcome back.
Never trust anything more complicated than the wheel.
We
right?
we talked about
Good
this 2
Lord.
weeks ago when Cade was having all his problems. That's why I shared on the Facebook page today, and then boom, here you go.
There you go. See,
I know I barely ever get up here, and
It's okay.
so I thought everything was working fine, but still requires some kind of update.
So
go ahead.
we'll bring you up to speed. Cade and I have been talking for 45 minutes. We've talked about beer, talked a little bit about football, Pogs, Magic the Gathering, a little bit about Pokemon, World of Warcraft, then back to beer, and then he was just sharing about how my jalapeno beer, which was a mistaken beer, gave him a little extra pep in his step to win a medal during the strongman competition that he was in for the what was it? The Highland Games.
The Highland Games in Dunedin.
In Dunedin. So and we were just sharing about some
nice.
beers that are coming. And I was actually going to say this too, Cade, because you talk about blonde and coffee. Have you ever been to Wild Rover, which is over my neck of the woods?
No. I've heard about it though, but I've yet to make the trip.
Let me know the next time you come out this way. I will do my best to join you there as long as Ashley's not working or doing something with the gym and brew and all that.
Right.
And or we'll just all come up and meet you. They have one called the White Riot, and they call it the White Stout because it has the coffee in it. So it's a blonde coffee beer. It's perfect.
Okay.
So
all right.
Let me know. So was that your list of beers that you want to try?
Oh, no. Also, place near and dear to my heart, Soggy Bottom Brewing, of course. So being Oktoberfest, they're actually doing a pumpkin beer. Yeah, it's not a Marzen. Oh, I gotta go yell at my pig here in a second. So it's not a Marzen or anything like that, but it's straight up pumpkin beer. It's like a pumpkin brown. You ever heard that thing fall?
Yep.
That was his food, and he's going to town right now. But I'm gonna finish this discussion.
I told you he was hungry.
Yeah, no, he's
let him eat. Let him eat.
He's about to get hungry with his fist. So I'm just kidding. I don't want to hit my pig because this is like rude.
He's like, I don't hit my pig.
Yeah, no, mainly because their hide is so thick they don't even care. So long story short, it's a Mars. It's like a brown, but they threw it like the Norfolk brown is from Soggy Bottom. They dumped like 60 pounds of pumpkin in it at the first match. Oh, it's friggin' phenomenal. So it's going to be out here, I think, next week or so. It's going to be really, really good. Oh God, he's knee deep into the bag now. I got to go get him real quick. I'll be right back. 1 second.
So I'm going to bring Alex up to speed on
that.
Yes.
This is perfect. This is a perfect time for Alex to get caught up. You son of a bitch! Come here.
I can crack this open now, right?
Oh, cream and sugar, please. That is my halftime beer. Yes, go for it. So what I was talking to Cade about earlier, and it was kind of his idea because we do the segment about what are we drinking, and then really emphasizing on the what do we want to drink. It's that time of year where the Oktoberfest, the Marzens, the this and that's coming out, the pumpkin beers. So if you know of anything locally, which we're close enough, you're Land O'Lakes, right?
Yep.
Or Lutz. We know of one place, Craft Life.
Yes.
So I know on my list, because it's just been brewed a couple weeks ago, is Tim's famous pumpkin ale, and it's the best. It's the best.
Yeah. Almost everything Tim makes is awesome.
Almost everything Tim makes is the best. Yes, but the pumpkin,
And
that is what. Thanks for showing us your undershorts there, buddy.
I appreciate the gratuitous nut shot.
Yeah, the gratuitous.
Is it that bad? These are my smaller shorts.
I'm not gonna go back and watch it. If YouTube cancels this video, it's your fault.
No, if your editor does not edit that out, it's his fault.
He only edits the audio, not the video.
Oh, good Lord! Yeah, well, you know what? He's gonna be bacon.
Just blame the pig. Blame the pig.
I keep telling everybody that.
So obviously, like I just said, the pumpkin at Craft Life is what's on my list of things to do as soon as it's ready. As soon as Tim posts a photo of it, I'm fucking there. So
I had a good pumpkin. Well, I mean, I had Tampa Bay Brewing's Coors Gone Wild this week. I did have that.
Okay.
I heard that was really good this year.
Yeah, that's solid, man. Good choice.
Well, I'm hoping to hear that. I don't think they did it last year, but I think it was the year before. They did the Imperial Coors Gone Wild.
Oh,
now it wasn't canned; it was tap only, but it was good. It was good.
So keep an eye out for that. If they did it again, maybe they'll surprise us. But another cool thing about the Tampa Brew Co. is they're coming out with their Badass Beer Fest coming up soon. So You're drinking the cream and sugar, please. What other beers are on your list coming up, Alex?
Not exactly local, but Florida at least. Funky Buddha's Bonita Applebum.
All right, I'm done. What is that?
Yeah.
It's
This is surprising.
Between
like,
that and Grandma Fingers, blueberry, whatever we talked about earlier.
Blueberry cobbler in your shocker. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
There's a beer that Arcane does. It's called Grandma's Fingers and Blueberry Cobbler Pie. I don't even fucking know anymore what the hell's going on. Who came up with that name? But it's
well, at this
badass.
point,
Yeah.
with all the different
paid.
breweries coming up with their own concoction, coming up with a name that's individual enough that you're not getting a legal notice is hard enough.
Damn it.
Heard. Oh, thanks for the nut shot again, buddy. Got it.
I'm sorry.
All right. So now that we're all warmed up, let's go ahead. I'm gonna wait for Cade to come back in just a second, but oh, I gotta sneeze now. Jesus, hold on.
It's just one thing after another. We're going technology. The technology failed. Nut shots, sneezes. What else is gonna happen?
Well, this is actually so I posted the live video clip feed to the Craft Brews Geek News Facebook page. So this is all like if anybody wants to click on it, they can watch it right now. They don't have to wait till later. They can see us live with my cats wrestling in the background. Oh Jesus. Oh my God.
No gratuitous nut shot.
Hey. All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Oh, you know what I saw? You know what you need, Cade? I saw this at Walmart today, and I don't know if they have it at every Walmart, but they have it at the only non-super Walmart that I know of left.
If you say
know-
beard trimmer, we're not friends anymore.
Why would I do that to you?
I was making sure, man.
No.
How are
It's this grooved sort of
Ghost in the Machine? I'm confused.
pillow. No, it's a pillow, but it's got these little inlets on each side, and you stick your phone on it or your tablet, and it just keeps it propped up.
Well, see, the fun thing, so the case my phone is in has like the little holder thing that's been fantastic.
Oh, then you're
Yeah,
good.
but the little clip broke on it. And
Ah.
Amazon Prime promised me overnight delivery, and they didn't. So you're getting put on the back of my remote control.
Full frontal nut shot. Got it.
Yeah, I'm not proud of it. Don't get me wrong.
All right. So we will have to put a disclaimer on this podcast because people will need to fast forward into at least 53 minutes and 20 seconds. But we are about to get into why we are here. And why are we here, guys? Why are we here? Why did we wait for an hour for Alex to upload his computer when he could have done it hours ago? Why did we do that? Why, Kate, have we seen 2 nut shots? I don't know. But why are we here?
That question has so many layers.
like onions. Let's peel them back.
Absolutely. Because
Let's
you're
peel
going
'em
to cry
back.
with my nuts.
Let's peel them back. One drink at a time, one update at a time. Most shocking moments of week 3 football. Let's hit it hard. Who you got? What's going on? What happened? What was the most shocking moment this week?
Oh, it's got to be. I mean, to me, it has to be Daniel Jones literally telling everybody to suck his nut shot and come back, 19 points down against a Bruce Arians run defense and just shut it, just lock it down. Because apparently he reminded everybody, like, oh, by the way, I'm not Eli. I can actually still run. And two passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns.
And 300 yards. First rookie quarterback to do that since 1970.
If you can tell me the guy who did it, I'll the next time I see you.
I only read Adam Scheffler's post. I only read the caption. I didn't read the whole article. Fuck, man.
Well, God, 1970?
Nobody reads the whole article anymore. You just read the caption and formulate an opinion.
Well, it's 1970. I mean, there's only a handful of guys who could do it. If it's probably Terry Bradshaw.
No, he sucked his rookie year. But maybe.
Except that one game.
Yeah, that one game.
Yeah, so he came back, and as somebody who, like I said, we all live in Tampa, so we all heard the pains and cries of everybody.
Now, talking about
That was right.
but it all came down to one pivotal play.
Yep.
And what
It
happened?
always does.
Always does. Pretty much everybody, every linebacker and every cornerback, no safety deal, no safety defense, all dropped and found coverage. And Daniel Jones literally ran like 12 yards up the middle and touched.
But there was a play that happened
before that.
After that. It was a play that happened after that. The
After
final kick.
Oh, the guy who kicked like 4 field goals that day, 1 from 50, and then he pushed it right. He pushed it. What's his name? May?
I don't know, but the thing to that story is, and I like Bruce Arians as a coach. I liked him when he was with Pittsburgh. Ben and him got along. We won a Super Bowl. I liked him when he was over at Arizona. He's just always got that mentality, offensive mentality.
Good dude.
He let that delay of game happen, which pushed them back another 5 yards. And he came out and he said, my kicker's better. I felt like my kicker was doing better at longer distance, so an extra 5 yards was supposed to help him. Like that didn't work. Needed, if he'd have been 5 yards closer, he would have fucking won.
Yeah, because to me that's like one of those things where it's like the dude's already got this much pressure on him, and then like he's like already mentally there. Like, all right, I got to kick this field goal. Oh, now I got to kick it 5 yards farther back.
Yeah, didn't help. Yep. So Giants Nation is shocked because they were all booing that was the first round pick and all that other stuff. Was he pick number 6 or something? He was pick 4, so even closer to number 1. Everybody freaked out in the beginning. You saw that video, the big Giants fan, like, no, what are you doing? And now he's probably like, holy shit, this was the best pick ever. It's only his first game, but you never know. He looked like he could potentially be a quarterback that leads them to the promised land one day, not this year, maybe one day.
Yeah. We'll see. You see all the stuff that are going on about ESPN and everything about like he's, everybody's apologizing. Like, don't get me wrong. I never watch. I never take anything Stephen A. or Max Kellerman say with a grain of salt because those two are awful. And Max was like, he's like, I'm apologizing to the front office of the Giants and this, that, and the other. It's like, dude, one game. Save your apologies. One game.
He's king this week. Will he be crowned king next week? That'll be the tale. That'll be the story.
I am on my phone, so I can't. Who do the Giants play next week?
Let's see here. That's a great question.
Right?
4 matchups.
I mean, God forbid I give you inquisitive questions podcast. Who?
God damn it.
The Redskins?
He's 2-0. He's 2-0. Did you see that game the other day? The Bears fucking tore them up.
Dude, well, yeah, because all of a sudden it took week 3 for Mr. Trubisky to realize he could actually throw the freaking ball.
I'll tell you what, though. He threw that one pass in the end zone, looked pretty good. The guy caught it.
No, Trubisky can throw. He can.
I know. I like Trubisky.
Yeah.
Trubisky, whatever fuck you want to call it. But he started off slow. I think a lot of teams have started off slow. And one of the teams that started off slow, and this is my most shocking moment of the week, was the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers actually scored a 75-yard touchdown to Juju. I thought that was incredible. And if you didn't,
great play.
If you saw the replay, though, it was almost like if he didn't put his hands up, he was going to catch it right in the grill, like right here in the eye visor, right here. The ball just would have stuck right there.
Yeah,
but he just somehow gets his hands up and he fucking runs all the way down the field. And I was like, finally.
What was that move? Was that the Replacements when Falco hit him right in the face mask with
it? That would have been a Falco moment right there.
Oh, I tell you what. Yeah, I'm gonna walk away because I'm gonna go get my Falco shirt real quick.
Get it.
What says Falco?
So So that was my shocking movement. Alex, what was yours? I don't know if we already talked about it with the Bucks, but
Yeah, the kick at the Bucks game was that was just shocking. Like he had been good. Like here we go, we got this kicker. He's been 3 for 3, doing great. He's good. This one's a shorter distance, and a little longer isn't going to affect him. And then, poof, there with that. Like just oh
the
my
game
god.
winner. Pain heals chicks. Big scar with
Chick
big
stick
scars.
scars, glory lasts forever.
Oh, pain heals chick stick scars. I read it too fast. You ever do that? I didn't see the period. Fuck. I thought it was a sentence.
Yeah. Footsteps Paco, baby.
That's awesome.
4 interceptions in the Rose Bowl.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Any shocking predictions for this coming week with the matchups that we've got here coming up in the NFL Week 4? I know we just kind of dug it up here, but I figure any
I'm doing the same thing
upsets?
because I can do that now.
Well,
I figured out how to get ESPN on my TV while I'm talking to you guys.
Hell yeah!
I think the Vikings and Bears is going to be a good game.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Both
Good call.
they're
Al.
not, but both passing teams, like their pass game, is not that good. Like so, I see it as just a battle between these two lines trying to get down the field, rushing it the whole way.
It comes down to if Chicago can stop Dalvin Cook.
Yep.
Yeah, Minnesota. A one prong attack from Minnesota is not going to work against the Bears. And after last week, you can see like Mr. Trubisky can hit a couple good throws and set the tone the entire time and really put a damper. And so and the Vikings defense isn't as good as it used to be.
No, but they've had some flashes. But I think that, like you just said, Dalvin Cook's been running all over the place. So it'll be interesting to see how the Bears attack that. If they take away the run game, then fucking game's over.
You're going to see so much like 8 in the box. They're going to bring the noise. It's going to be interesting to watch. So I'm looking at the schedule right now.
So one game that I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the Buffalo Bills are 3-0, are they not?
Bills?
The Bills, aren't they 3-0?
They are. And the Patriots are
And
too.
they take on the Patriots. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go on record like a fool.
This is it?
I'm going to say the Bills beat the Pats.
Wait, are they home? Hold on.
Bills are at home. 1 o'clock.
Oh, Bills
Sunday.
Mafia. The Bills Mafia is going to will that win. They're going to will that win. There's going to be so many tables broken. Barstool's Barstool servers are going to get overloaded. By the way, it's also where I got the shirt. Barstool. So, Barstool servers are going to get so overloaded for so many people getting power bombed on tables at that pregame. They're going to start pregaming like Friday.
You saw that big chubby guy out there drinking the beers, like tearing into beer cans with his own fucking mouth. Did you see that guy?
Oh, the legend.
Is that him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's more legends in Buffalo.
He was eating aluminum.
Definitely in New England.
He was eating aluminum. I'm calling Bills.
He was a Bills fan?
Over the Pats. I'm pretty sure it was. Maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. It was on Barstool. That's what I was commenting on. I'm calling Bills over the Pats by 6. Calling it by 6.
Okay. All right.
I'm going by 6. Yep. It's going to come down to a last-minute drive where Brady needs to score a touchdown to win, and then they need to get the extra point. And it's either going to be a fumble or they're going to go out on downs. It doesn't matter. They're going down this week. They have to. They haven't been put in check. They haven't played another team this year. Well, I mean, you could say the Steelers, but we fucking bombed that game. They haven't played any team this year that's been worth a damn. They played the Jets. They played the Miami Dolphins. They played an injured Ben Roethlisberger without anything. So maybe the Bills might have something. That's what I'm calling this. I'm feeling that. You know what I mean? Alex, what's yours?
My take on that game?
No. Well, that and what's your upset? What's your
Don't take my upset, Alex.
My biggest upset is I think I'm looking at the Eagles Packers.
Tomorrow night.
This Thursday's game. I
Yeah.
really think with the Packers being 3-0, similar to the Patriots, similar to the Bills being 3-0, but I think the Eagles have something to come back with. They want to get themselves in a position. They're ready to fight, and being that they're coming out Thursday night, I think it gives them more incentive just to put the pack down.
I don't think you're wrong, man. I had that. I was looking at the schedule and I was thinking the same thing. I was like, Packers are going to lose this game. I think the Eagles kind of have gone through a little bit of an up and down season so far. There was a clip where uh, Wentz was left all by himself and got hit by like 3 or 4 guys. The offensive line did nothing. I think they fix all that this week. They go hard and they take on that Packers defense that everybody's been talking about, and that kind of finally unravels a little bit. And I think they get a wake up call. So, Cade, your thoughts on that?
I'm still gonna. It's hard. It's really hard to go against Aaron Rodgers. I think him and LaFleur kind of figured out that offense, and they're gonna work it out. And the Eagles just seem so discombobulated a little bit. Like Wentz can't get on the same page. I mean, hit Deshaun Jackson for a deep bomb, but the running game is at best. And I just see, like I said, because especially that Green Bay defense, and that's what's going to happen. They're going to make it one sided. And Aaron, if anyone can find a way to win on two legs, let alone one leg, it's going to be Aaron Rodgers.
The only thing I think we're overlooking here, which we should probably talk a little bit about this before we move on, because Thursday night football is one of those things where it's like, what the hell is going on, right?
Yeah, short week.
Short week, everything. So
Covered.
That's, I think, the advantage this week for the Eagles over the Packers. The short week, I think it's in their favor going into Green Bay on a short week. I think they're coming off that loss. They want to prove themselves worthy. And I think the Packers, the way that they've been playing, I think that's it. I just feel like that's in their one of the reasons why it's in their favor.
Did the Eagles play last Thursday?
They played Sunday.
They played Sunday, so I'm not sure. I mean, both teams are going to be playing with a short week.
I know, but that's what I feel like. That's because the Packers are coming off a win and the Eagles coming off a loss, right? Momentum-wise, I feel like the Eagles are going to want to prove themselves, no different than the Bucs wanted to prove themselves a few weeks ago. So I feel like that's where it's going to be in their favor.
Makes sense. Okay, that's
another addition. But talking about Thursday night football, and I talked to a friend of mine a few weeks ago, and I was like, nobody's ever said what he actually came to me because we were talking about it, and he's like, I've got a solution to the Thursday night football league or football games, and I said, I do too. And he goes, well, before I tell you mine, you tell me yours. And I said, Thursday night football should be played by teams coming off their bye week. Has anybody ever thought about that before? So
I bet somebody has thought of it.
Me, and evidently my buddy that I was talking to. So picture this: don't do any Thursday night football games till what, week 4? Because I think this is the first week where we have buys, right?
Yeah.
And then the teams that are coming off the bye week, those are the teams that should be playing each other on that Thursday the week after. So they have their bye weekend, and then they go on the 10th day and they play on a Thursday. Then they have a couple more days to prepare for the next game. Rather than going from Sunday, sleeping or going over tape on Monday, tired as fuck, trying to practice, and then getting prepared for Thursday, you have 10 days off in between coming off your bye week. So your bye week is really just a weekend skip. What do you think?
I think it'd be too hard to schedule.
Yeah, you don't have enough time.
We can do that. They can do anything. They can schedule anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, anybody can do anything. It's just
they can schedule anything. All right, we'll talk about that later.
That many billions of dollars, you probably.
That's what I'm saying. It would solve everybody's problem. Going 10 days without playing is better than going 14, and going 4 days is terrible. Obviously, we see the product that's on there. So,
Okay, so fair enough. So maybe I'm on ESPN right now. If you're looking at the schedule for this week, what I love is why I always like going to ESPN for these things. So what they also are showing you is how low ticket prices are for the game. And this is a fun little tidbit. I am happy to try to introduce, and maybe we'll think about it every now and then.
Okay.
But all right, so here's a fun fact. So we were going on and on about which game? Philly Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Tickets right now at Lambeau, 65.
And then $400 in processing fees. Got it.
No, 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 no.
Go ahead. Let's check
That's
out.
through ticket. That's through Ticketmaster.
Check out. Check out.
Check it.
No,
I'm on
I'm just
ESPN's
telling you what.
website.
I'm
I
saying
dare
what
you.
it's doing right
I
now.
dare you. It'll
No,
come
here's-
up and
here's
say,
the-
error. Sorry, we quoted you the wrong price.
All apologies. Hey, here's another good one. Tampa Bay at Los Angeles. They got a list of the lowest ticket price right now is at 11, and we're talking at the Coliseum.
$11?
At the Coliseum, not Tampa. At the Coliseum.
You have to
Yeah,
stand on the
Raymond James.
ledge.
Raymond James ain't gonna drop ticket price to
I
11
think it's standing room parking lot.
I was gonna say, is that the edge of the torch there?
It
Sit
has
on
to
that.
be. It has to be. I'm just saying it's the jokes. Oh, my personal favorite as a Miami Dolphin fan. The Chargers at Miami, in Miami, strippers and stripper poles provided in the parking lot for the tailgate.
Nice.
Tickets as low as $10 right now.
You can't
I'm
beat
seeing
that.
that Hard Rock Stadium right there. I'm on the same page.
So
There
for
we go.
$10,
Couldn't even find it.
you can buy a ticket, get your parking pass, and never have to enter the stadium to watch the loss.
All right. All right.
And based on how many strippers and stripper poles pop up now in Miami Dolphin tailgates, you'll probably spend more money inside the stadium than you would outside of the stadium.
Well, I am now a fan.
Thank you. Fins up, baby. Woo!
Why can't we have that at the Tampa ones? Damn it.
Buns up, fins up. You know.
Well, it's Tampa's fault for winning like 5 games last year.
Did they win
Still,
5?
though, I think a lot of
I
people.
don't know.
I think
told
there's
the
a
Dolphins we
maybe
lost.
there's a conspiracy though. Like the Bucks lose at home and then everybody goes to Mons in 2001. You never, you got to lift your spirits back up.
Okay, so let's have this one right now. Yeah, God, Mons is I mean,
It's like it's walking distance. You can go there, kill some
South Down
time,
Maybury. Yeah,
and
South
then
Down
wait.
Maybury there.
and then wait for your Uber there.
Yeah.
Here's a question I want
This
to
has
find
nothing
out.
to do with fantasy football.
No, but here's my point.
None of this
How
podcast.
many people can you fit in that spaceship?
Well, there's a couple, I've been there. There's a couple of rooms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
That's-
we're
not-
gonna high five through the podcast because I've also been yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex,
Alex.
Yeah.
You subtle son of a bitch. There you are. Okay. Excuse us. I'm sorry. It's a 3-way conversation now.
Ooh, but that's where they have cameras.
Oh, yeah. No way.
They tell you.
Yeah, you're on
The,
film all
the
the time.
cameras are in the spaceship. There's no cameras in the other area.
Yeah, exactly. You get those 3 dances. What's like $90 for 3 dances?
It's more than the lap dance, but less than the other area.
You guys would know more than that.
The
It's been
VIP area
it's been
is where you want to go, but that's $400.
Yeah, I'm just asking if you're gonna pay that much money, can a brother get a free Red Bull?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. At
I'm just
least
saying,
the Red Bull.
Like, bro, I'm about to drop this much money. Can I get Red Bull?
Even a O'Doul's at that point would suffice. Just say. Hey.
I want to keep us going, but I have more stories about non-alcoholic strip clubs. But yes, let's just keep going. All right, so
Okay. All right.
moving on.
So we've covered that. Key injuries this week. But before we get into that, actually, there was some news today breaking out from the Chargers camp. And it sounds like Melvin Gordon might be coming back on Thursday. You guys hear about that?
Yeah, no, I heard about it. That'd be
So he held out and he lost $1 million, and that's basically the story. He's going to come back. So, do you play him this week if you have him?
no, absolutely not.
No, stay with
No,
Eckler.
because he hasn't been training with Marshall Falk. So
Hasn't been training with Marshall Falk, or has?
no, because that isn't that who was Ezekiel was training with? Someone was it Falk or Tomlinson?
I don't know.
Zeke was still like getting reps in through. So I want to say it was Falk. But I think it might have been LT. But he was getting training with like a former NFL running back to stay in shape, which is why he probably busted out for like what, $125.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly did not look like he was skipping a damn beat. Is that just me? I'm the only one? Okay, I'll look it up.
Yeah, look at. Oh shit, my computer again. God damn it.
Oh, who's that? Who's that shadow? Who's that mystical creature over there? Who is that?
I gotta set a timer. I need a
So,
timer.
all right. No. I know what you are. You're a 3-3, 3-3 as Trekian elephant with trample.
Did you just call me an O? You called me an O with trample.
What's that?
All right. Wait, a 3-3 with trample? Why the fuck do I want to be a 3-3 with trample? I would be a 6-6 with trample.
Well, you throw out a swamp and a forest or a split land, boom, you're already in the game.
Okay.
3-3 trample, you throw them out early.
All right. Oh, yeah. Then that's not
What
bad.
the
But
F are
so
you guys talking about?
mostly what's on the other side of the board is probably a 1-1, 1-2. So I get that. All right.
Yeah, you're doing work. You're
I
doing
like
work.
that.
Yeah, that's what.
Do
That's
I
what.
do I have haste as well or no?
If your light goes out again, no.
Fuck.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking?
So that'll be the kicker. If your light goes, or flip a coin. If your light goes out, then you don't have haste.
Yeah. Flip that little stone over.
Talking
that
about
little
Magic the
stone.
Gathering, Alex. Sorry.
No. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah,
We just-
sorry, it's a counter on the graveyard. I apologize about that, Alex. We should have got you in on that.
I'm gonna bring you in on the sideboard. It's okay. All right, so let's move on to injuries because we got past that. Let's move on to injuries. Any major injuries happen this week? It feels like the entire NFL draft process is just collapsing beneath everybody's feet. Nobody, I don't get it. There are some people in my league that are just like one guy was taunting. He's like, "Oh, I'm 3-0." I'm like, "Okay, love you too," but everybody else's draft board, like I got to pick up guys I never heard of before. So major injuries. Let's talk about that. What's the biggest one that stands out?
Oh, Jalen Ramsey. Oh my God. I mean, he's been battling so many things this week so far. I mean, Monday he had the flu.
Tuesday he had a back problem.
Yeah, and today apparently, according to the report, leaves for the birth of his child.
Which I'm okay with because they actually came out and
but
said
just say that.
a few months ago. Right. But a few months ago, I guess he already approached and said, "Hey, my wife's going to give birth sometime in September." So like that I get. But the whole blow up of him wanting out and everything else, kind of a little, I wonder what's going on in Jacksonville. Like why? I mean, they've got a good quarterback now. The guy's fucking on fire.
It's the NBA. The NFL players are now taking hold of their careers and their lives, which like I'm for it and against it because you've seen what it's done to the NBA, but at the same time, the NBA is not the NFL. The NFL is an extreme. Oh God, he's getting updated. Oh, I thought you were getting updated again. Sorry, Alex.
No. My network just kicked off for some reason. I don't know why.
It's okay. We keep rolling with the punches. What were you saying, Kate?
The NBA is not the NFL. The NFL is a more brutal, a more grueling, a more physical sport. So honestly, I can't fault guys in the NFL that know their talent, but also know the limitations that they might have on their talent, like career-wise. So the fact that guys who are extremely talented, I mean, we're not saying like this is the guy this is not the placeholder or the long snapper, for the Raiders. Well, this is Jalen Ramsey, one of the best corners in the NFL in the last 30 years, asking like, I just want to get paid now because my body might not hold up.
And I think in the same thought process of you, and I think I also side with him. I am not against guaranteed money. The other side of me says this from a business perspective. Okay,
100%. Yep.
how many men on a basketball team?
I think 11.
How many games do they play in a
Too many.
season? Regular season. How many games?
Home.
85?
Too many. I'm going to say too many.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna,
80.
I'm literally, I'm
Well,
gonna say too
basketball
many every
seasons are
time.
long. And basketball seasons are long. You got 11 guys on a team.
Yep.
And you play 85 games.
Yep. More money to go around based on
baseball. 25 guys dress, right?
Yep.
How many games? 162, 163, something like that.
Yeah, God forbid, unless you make the playoffs, and you're looking at
God forbid.
180 something, maybe 190.
Exactly. You got 100 and fucking some odd games to play in. Football is a 52-man roster, 16 games,
Mm-hmm.
not
Don't
including
forget the
preseason.
practice teams.
How much money can you generate in those 16 games, and how do you spread the wealth to be able to pay? Because if you're not on quote unquote contract or anything like that where it's all you get $44,000 a game if you're just a basic guy. $44,000 is what you make.
League minimum.
League minimum's $44,000 a game. It comes out to $500,000 a year. Yeah, exactly. Shit, that's a lot of money. But how do you get all of that revenue to come in, still make a profit on 16 games, and pay like a Ben Roethlisberger $20,000 a year, or I don't know, Antonio Brown fighting over his fucking 40 million guaranteed, even though he cut himself twice before that money was supposed to come into his bank account. Like fuck off. You fucked up, and that's what you get. You can't fight anybody on it because you were 2 days away in Oakland from getting your guaranteed fucking 30 million, and you were a week away in New England from getting your fucking 9 million. So fuck off.
But couldn't stop texting somebody. So
yeah, that too. So really, I have to say, how does one in the NFL? There's 52 men on a team. Everybody's important. The whole team's important because you're not playing wide receiver one down and then on defense playing cornerback. Like you're not playing two positions.
No.
So unless you minimize the team to give that better money, how do financially we as a consumer go to the games, watch the games and all that? And how do they make that money up to pay the guys that I'm all for guaranteed money, but at the same time, how do you do it for everybody that's on the team? Because everybody's important, there's more players, less games. How do you do that?
12.
Not everybody gets that guaranteed.
Huh?
$12 beers.
At 5-ounce pours.
Roughly, yeah. I'm not talking the big aluminum bottles. $12 beers.
Right. Alex, what were you saying?
And Alex made a good point too. Go ahead.
Just merchandising, parking, but not everybody gets a guaranteed high dollar. Like you're saying the league minimum, 44 grand a game to ride the bench.
Right.
If they're not on the bench, they're not getting paid.
Right.
So a lot of these, league minimum guys, they're there. They might come in for a few games, take a game off. They're not getting paid. So that money just goes back in the pool. But they're not all guaranteed a certain amount by the end of the season.
No.
They're just told this is how much we're going to pay you per game.
And so that's what I'm saying. How do you find out the balance? If they want basketball money, they really need to be asking themselves, or having that realization, basketball plays more games, less players per team. So the NFL could, if you want to slash down to 40 players, are you going to miss anybody? What I don't know.
That's the basic economics.
But how much does that cut out? How much does that really cut out though? 12 times 44, whatever number that is.
Well, I think for certain players,
$1 million.
You can't look at so much as the games, but snaps played. So look at guys like Melvin Gordon, who's getting rid of his hold in San Diego. Like his snap count is right up there with like Gurley, with Bell, and those guys. So he's looking at it like how many times are these guys taking snaps? Like, Aaron Donald roughly might take, what, 40, 50 snaps, and he might be the most premier defensive lineman in the NFL.
Right.
Well, Melvin Gordon might do 50, 60 snaps and make contact with somebody 40, 50 times again, like 80, 90% of the time. He is the focal point of the play. So I think it's hard to justify it based on the games, whereas some players get more volume per said game. So if you're going to say 16 games, you're going to say that's great. So we're talking 16 games for a wide receiver who runs how many pointless routes for no reason? Or are we saying 16 games for a running back who gets 25, 30 touches a game?
Right.
Yeah. So
It's just harder.
it's a tough arithmetic, tough thing to put together. But I will never not justify a running back, especially a premier running back who gets touches like that, asking for money. However, with a corner, the reason you're a shutdown corner is because people don't throw your way.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, look what remember Darrelle Revis
Yeah.
Island, 1 yards. How much money he was making before, when he wasn't even at his prime anymore. He was making 12 million, 13 million a year.
Yeah, he made a lot of money.
Yeah, to be a guy who got thrown on repeatedly in his last season. So as a corner, it's your athletic ability and your talent level, and sadly in the NFL can decrease within a season, and that's a hard thing to gauge. Which is why, like you're saying, like I don't have any problem with guys get their money. These guys, they're rich. They're rich. Give them their money. Work it out.
Maybe the solution there, and again, this is not fantasy related, but it's football related. Maybe the solution there is to lower the amount of money made per year. Like there are those incentives. Okay, so take the Antonio Brown situation. He went to the Patriots. Contract for 15 million, guaranteed 9. He had to make the other 6 million in incentives. Well, what if an injury occurs, right? So what if you just took Antonio Brown and said, "Hey, we're going to give you $9 million for the year." Fuck the incentives. He's still going to play because he wants to make more money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, lower that even more. Let's take Melvin Gordon. I think his contract year was like 5 million, right?
Yeah,
If
he's
the Chargers
like 5 and change this
right.
year.
Well, let's say this. He's a young guy, second year, third year, something like that?
Yeah, he's still on his rookie contract, first round, right?
Still on his rookie contract. Chargers say, "Hey, we want to give you a guaranteed $70 million for the next 10 years. No incentives. You're going to play for us for 10 years. If you get injured, your career ends at year 6, you're still getting $70 million."
Okay.
Like Bo Jackson, right? He's still making
Well,
money.
You can't throw the 80s into this one.
It doesn't matter. He's still making fucking money. He makes $1 million a year.
Oh, I know. You're thinking of Bobby Bonilla.
Or Bobby Bonilla. Yeah. Sorry.
The Bonilla. ESPN has like a whole thing about it every time they go around. It's beautiful. God bless him. By the way, screw the Mets.
I love this. So take a guy's career and instead of all this free agency, trade, draft, whatever, say, "Hey, we want to give you $70 million guaranteed. That's everything for the next, I don't know, 7 years, 10 years, whatever. You get hurt year 5, you're still going to make your $70 million. If your career ends tomorrow, you're still going to make your $70 million. You're going to make your 5, 6, whatever. Like maybe there's a solution going lower, but making it more guaranteed. Does that make sense? Instead of like, oh, we're going to add in $6 million worth of incentives, but not have it guaranteed, right? Maybe there's something.
Think about your own job. If you were guaranteed X amount for the next year, you were guaranteed no matter what. You were guaranteed. And you just go in and you BS your way through it, right? Just do bare minimum.
No, I know where you're going with this. I'm saying that allows the players in the NFL to play without risk. They'll go more all out because they can still make extra money. They can still make extra money from endorsement deals. They can still make extra money to go to that. You know what I'm saying?
You want to see more injuries. Got it. Okay.
No. I want to see more. like if Le'Veon Bell would have gotten his guaranteed money, he would have still been playing with the Steelers. He's already been through 2 knee injuries and everything else. Like he's already sacrificed that. That's been proven.
Okay, true,
And we're not a council here. I'm just going to reiterate that.
Yeah, go nuts.
I'm just saying if you could guarantee somebody in the NFL $100 million, but they break their neck, or let's use Ryan Shazier. He can't. He's walking, but he hurt his back. He sacrificed everything. It's a more injury-prone sport.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they're going to be more reckless, but they're not going to think about it as much because they know that they're already going to be taken care of. But they're going to play to that level and standard because their goal at the end of the day, they still want to play the game. They're not just going in there to not play the game. That's my theory anyway.
Yeah, well, no, I just think that the mentality now is make your money.
Right.
You know, it's like the amount of players who are team first is going down because of the science behind it. Everybody's finding out like NFL players committing suicide, killing their family, things like that because of this brutal game. And so why not secure yourself in the long term when you know your career is going to be short term?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Don't handicap your future because of your pride.
Right.
So it's one of those, and the worst part of that is like, how much are you going to actually sacrifice? Because you're saying guaranteed money. So if I'm guaranteed, let's say we just like the senior tries to say Melvin Gordon's going to make, $40 million guaranteed. Lock him in. They're going to give him 6 years, $40 million guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you have to make things like that incentive laden because without incentives, you actually don't have the commitment anymore. So let's just say every year, Melvin Gordon is going to make. So let's say incentive laden. So say it's a $4 million a year contract. He breaks 1,000 yards. That's another $1 million. That now you're making sure Melvin Gordon he hits 10 touchdowns. That's another $1 million. So now, or even base it what he's saying. Say his base salary is going to be $8 million a year because he wants to make 10, 11, $12 million a year. Cool. We're going to base it at $8 million. You get 1,000 yards, you're at $9 million.
Right.
You score 10 touchdowns, you get $10 million.
But basketball contracts are guaranteed, right?
Oh yeah, that's the most ridiculous. But you're also looking at
they're guaranteed though.
Well, if as an NFL player,
the contract is guaranteed. Whether he scores 30 points a game or 20 points a game, it's still fucking guaranteed. So that's I think where the stars of the game, and I don't want to digress too much longer on this, but that's where I think
agreed. It's like
the stars of the game. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, the people are getting their money's worth. Let me tell you. Oh fuck, I'm black again. Shadow Man.
Who was there in the shadows?
Shadows. So I think on that note, let's move on from that. But I think it's a good topic to talk about. I think it's a great topic to talk about. I don't think we're going to solve the world's problems in one day.
Think about it. I'll sit at a brewery and laugh.
We should. So any other major injuries happen this week? I know I saw Amari Cooper come up today as getting a MRI on his ankle, so he's questionable. And then Emmanuel Sanders came up today. I guess he's got some issues. So any other major injuries that we need to talk about?
Emmanuel Sanders' issue is he plays on the Broncos.
Well, that's true. He's got Joe Flacco as his quarterback now, which is probably really tough for him because he played against him when he was in the black and gold. But
exactly.
Man. Alex,
Cam Newton's injury is going to keep
that's hurting a lot of leagues. But I mean, in all honesty,
McCaffrey.
Well, so McCaffrey's the exception there because he's the workhorse. But as far as if you've got Cam as your draft, you wasted it on your draft. I mean, he's out this week. He was out last week. It's a timetable thing. And I mean, he was a 2010 player. He got drafted in 2010, so he's on year 9, year 10, something like that. He's getting older. So where do you go from here?
He was drafted 2015.
Saquon. Saquon's out 4 to 8 with a high ankle sprain.
Well, let's touch on that in a second. But yeah, go ahead, Alex.
Oh, I'm sorry. I literally just came
No,
on my feet. I'm like, oh my God, Saquon.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
Newton was 2015, and
No, Newton was not 2015.
did I read that? Oh, I'm sorry, 2011. Sorry,
Thank you.
There it is.
okay, 2011.
Hey, as a Gator and an SEC alumni fan, yes. But I was letting you work that out, Alex.
I was like,
Sorry.
2015. That was the year he got crushed in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was letting you work that out. I'm like, I'll wait.
Well, I mean, a foot injury like that, especially where he hurt it on that foot, he's going to be out. I mean, he's not going to be able to move the same way. He's not going to be able to pivot well. He's not going to be able to run the ball.
Is it a Linz Frank kind of thing, or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's bad.
even if he's good to come back, he's
Yeah.
going to have that O line is going to have to protect him so he can just launch the passes.
Yeah, he's not going to be. His mobility is just null and void all of a sudden.
Yeah.
See,
So
in
the fantasy thing, just drop him. Like it's not going to be worth holding on to him.
no,
Because Kyle Anderson threw 4 touchdown passes. I mean, he wasn't awful. Hell, they won the game.
To kind of combat that, I thought Lamar Jackson. I think it's Lamar Jackson, Lamar Jackson, quarterback for the Ravens. I don't know.
Lamar out of Louisville.
Lamar. I thought he was going to follow in Cam's footsteps, no pun intended. With the way that he was throwing last year, it didn't look like he was a pocket quarterback. He had to kind of run out a lot and do these other things. And that's what Cam's kind of always done with his career. That's what we come to know about Cam, that and chewing gum in the field.
On the hair. Don't forget the hair.
And the hair.
Yeah, and the way he dresses.
Yeah, and maybe that attitude look where it's like, I should be winning this game even though it's the fourth quarter or first quarter and there's 10 minutes left. I should be winning this game already. Like I should have already thrown 10 touchdown passes this game. Why am I not throwing?
Yeah, I got the whole injury report on my TV right now. So
we're not going to talk too hard about Cam, but I'm saying Lamar Jackson has actually impressed me this season because he's kind of breaking that Cam mold. Like he can still run, but he's been passing like a motherfucker. I like Cam Newton to the point of like I think he's a great, brilliant talent, but I don't think he ever had that pocket presence where he could just sit back there, rocket fire. He kind of tilts his shoulders back a little bit, and then he comes forward. He never really got that throwing thing down, in my opinion. But again, the backup quarterback's following through. But I just wanted to make that comparison. I think Lamar Jackson's fucking killing it. And it's not going to follow the same Cam Newton.
Yep. And I will throw this out right now because I just came across it. Greg Olsen questionable for Week 4 against Houston. So that's one less weapon. That's one less weapon. Also,
Olsen's offense.
Tight end.
Sorry.
So it's one less weapon. Also, Keanu Neal, safety for the Falcons, done for the year. Second season-ending injury for this kid, and as a Gator, watching him, his nickname was the Black Panther. Like that dude lit up people as safety at Florida, and they took him so early, and he has it's just one thing after another, and I feel for the guy.
You know what sucked about that play? He threw his helmet on the ground. And they called him for a penalty. So,
they gave him like a personal foul.
Yeah, they gave him a personal foul, and it's
dude's season's over. He knows his season just ended. Like, I'm sorry. I want to quote Letterkenny so bad right now, but I don't know how many people watch Letterkenny, so I don't want to say it.
Say it.
Oh, get fucked, refs.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
at
get
that
fucked.
Point, he, pick it up, say, you know what, we get it. But the good news is, I'll say this in a better light. At least it wasn't his knee; it was his Achilles. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same re-injured knee.
One more body part that's gotten weakened.
Yeah, exactly. But you can come back from that. Terrell Suggs came back from that, so you can come back.
True. There's only so many times you can tear your knee. So
what got me was, man, he was just crying because he was like, "Fuck all this hard work," and you could tell like he was driven to be successful this season. So
Fun fact. You want to hear a fun fact?
always.
Factor right now. So also out for the Cowboys against the Saints. Michael Gallup is out officially.
How long?
That just happened.
Michael Gallup did not practice on Wednesday. Out for Week 4 at New Orleans. Ooh, that's actually a big deal right there because especially for
Michael Gallup.
That's pretty much just telling you right now though. Amari's going to go. They can't lose Gallup and Amari.
Well, that's good because I've got Amari in my other league. So
also, Tavon Austin is questionable for Week 4, and wow, so the Dallas is just extremely long. There's a lot. Holy crap!
You know who I didn't play last weekend and I should have as a tight end?
Oh yeah. God, it's 10:30, guys. Let's get this rolling. I'm sorry.
Jason Witten. I had him on my bench for my other league. I picked him up. I was like, well, whatever. Out of all my other tight ends, he scored more fucking points. But I think he had like 6.5 points or something. And all my other tight ends sucked.
He's alive?
He's not on camera anymore. So,
Smart man.
No, Jason Witten, not you, Alex.
Oh, I'm like, I'm right here.
I know you're there. That's Jason Witten.
Jason Witten wasn't awful. I mean, how many years did we go through Dennis Miller?
I like Dennis Miller. People miss his jokes.
Yeah, just leave it that way. Just it's jokes.
You know what I wish more about? Not that digress, but
it's 10:30.
Doesn't matter.
It should matter.
You're drinking tequila. It's okay.
That's my point. It's just 10:30.
I'm giving you another excuse to drink another one. But no, commentators that aren't commentators anymore. Like, what the hell is going on? They're just, and they pass it off to this guy and they tell us, he's really come on strong lately. And fucking Chris Collinsworth, he's the worst.
Fuck him. And he's a Gator. Fuck him. Get fucked.
Jesus. That guy, I want to just mute it and play fucking techno in the background or something. Just fucking.
God, no. Synthwave. Synthwave is pretty badass.
We'll do that.
On Spotify.
Send me a link. I want somebody gonna be fucking in the backfield, like with the guys, and be like, and he hands the ball off to the rumbling and fumbling, and he's tackled at the 30. Give me some shit like that.
So
make it exciting.
You want a hockey commentator to commentate football?
No
bullshit. Because Pierre, what's his name? Fuck Pierre. Fuck that guy. Fuck the Frenchie. No. Give me Tony Romo all
day. Yes, all day.
Give me some Tony Romo all day.
You know what? Bring Brett Favre in. I think he'd be great too. He'd be funny as
Holy shit! The dick pics everywhere. It'd be fantastic.
That's you can live with one or two here and there. Whatever.
Yeah. Too bad it wasn't just one or two.
He's still married. Doesn't matter. So get down to this. How did your teams do this week? And then we've got to move on to the last segment. So how did you guys do this week?
My league's on steroids. So like we double up points. We guy catches a pass for like 50 yards, like bonus points, stuff like that. So I was actually at 200 points. And that's funny, right? The guy ahead of me was finished and done at 236. And I went to Sunday Night Football with Cooper Kupp going.
No shit.
Yeah, so it's our league, it's a PPR plus. So he got points for a point for every catch, 100 yards, like 103 or 17 yards receiving. So it's 20 points for the 100 yards plus 5 bonus for breaking 100 plus the one. So it was like 26 points for that. Plus he had 2 touchdowns.
Now I know why you're in favor of incentives on.
Huge. Like I'm not looking for a base. I'm looking for a building block.
Bonus. I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm looking for that bonus, which is why in the draft they're like, I can't believe you took Mahomes in the second round. I go, okay. 50 points every week. No problem. Sure.
Yeah,
Now you know why.
that's ill-advised in my league. They're always like, load up on running backs. This and the other. Quarterbacks don't go till like what, fourth, fifth, sixth
Yeah,
round.
unless you're the starting quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs and your name is Pat Mahomes and you get 30 plus points a day.
I'm also in a keeper league too, so that kind of he was already capped.
Same. You know, did you guys do the first round or you guys back it up a round?
Say that again.
So after what I did this year, we're gonna back the keeper league up so that the first and second rounds are still free reign rounds. So you're locking in somebody, but you open up the first 2 rounds. Alex, if you need a doctor, tell us.
So everybody's open for grabs, but after round. So you have to lock him up, but okay. So if you lock up Mahomes and you want to keep him, you have to do that your first round pick. So you don't pick till third or second.
Yeah, no. So what we're going to do next year is that anybody taken from the third round on your team is your keeper. So that leaves like that. That leaves the big tier guys open
the first 24 players that were gone.
Because what happened this year was I had the 4th pick. But our keepers were the first round. So in the first round, I kept McCaffrey.
Gotcha.
Second round comes around, I grabbed Mahomes.
Last year, or this year?
This year. So my first 2 picks were McCaffrey and Mahomes.
So next year you keep both of them.
No. So for next year, I can't keep either one.
Oh. So you have to keep your third through whatever round.
Yep.
So the first. Oh shit.
Yeah, so to me, actually, I think it's a good move. I wish I'd have known about that ahead of time because I could have grabbed Mahomes. I could have grabbed Mahomes probably in the 3rd or 4th or 5th round. But I've just dominated, so I get it. It's tough. It's tough when you set the presence.
It's tough winning.
It's hard.
And not to mention, he's one of the only like best healthy quarterbacks left in the league, besides Tom Brady and maybe Russell Wilson.
I know. By the way, I'm going to take a toast to anyone who drafted Drew Brees. Sorry about your luck.
This guy, he's on my bench. The problem is I've already got Tyreek Hill in my IR position. And I had to move Breeze into my fucking bench. So it's that. And then I had to find another quarterback. So I picked up Mason Rudolph. So I'm like, fuck it. Why not? He got me 13 out of 16 points. So whatever.
Yeah. Nice job.
Juju. He's not going to put up points. But it's like, who do I take? There's nobody left to take. The other guy from Jacksonville is already gone. So I couldn't take him. You mean
Florida man?
I took Breeze like round 3, round 4. Like he was like one of the first quarterbacks to go off the board.
In one of my leagues, I took 3 quarterbacks. I took Winston, Breeze, and Newton. So the only one I have left is Winston.
Living on a prayer.
Yeah.
No, literally, you just described 3 picks. That was a living on a prayer. You were that guy who went, I'm going to wait to the 9th round before I grab a quarterback because there's going to be people left. Who would you get stuck with? I tell you what, my receiving core is looking pretty solid right now, but nobody can throw him the fucking ball.
It worked out for me.
Oh my god!
I won my game in both leagues this week. So it worked out.
Then everything I just said was moot and point. Well done. Wait, but who else do you have on the team?
We're still doing shit, babe. We're still doing shit.
No, Ashley, we're gonna be done soon, sweetheart. It's okay.
Babe, Kate said, Ashley, we're gonna be done soon, sweetheart. It's okay. She loves you, not me, but she even agreed with that.
She's taking the trash out right now, isn't she?
Are you taking the trash out?
What was that in her hand?
What is that in your hand? He says, dog bed.
Oh my!
Evidently,
Oh,
when you
holy shit! My pig's still outside. All right, I'll be
oh,
right
you
back.
go get your pig. That motherfucker is digging under the fence right now.
Pig's
E-
gone.
Evidently, when you have two cats, you need two kitty litter boxes. So the cats have been going to the kitty litter box and then just tearing up the dog's bed. So
Fun. I'm good with my.
if you
With
see my wife
my
in the background right
yes.
now, she's got something in her hand. It's a purple thread. There's not no. That's, no, come back on screen. Come back on screen. It's just whatever you're doing with your hands is fine. Oh, I'm black again.
He's alive.
Thank God. He
Good
ate
to
enough
hear.
to survive fucking winter.
No, because long story short, so last night jumping through my backyard was a coyote. So
Ooh, the coyote wanted the piggy.
no. Luckily, so long story short, I let my roommate's dogs out without the pig, and so 20 minutes went by. I went out there. One dog came in, one dog didn't.
Oh
And I
no.
kept calling him, and he's one of those dogs that's like he's really, really attentive, and he goes. I couldn't hear him or anything, so I'm looking at the fence, and I can hear something moving along the fence line, and I'm watching it, and it's larger than it should be. So I shut the door, go grab my flashlight, grab one of my throwing axes, and I go out in my flip flops and try to hit my little like pen light, and the pen light just keeps like flashes and then just dulls out because the battery's dying.
Oh
So
no.
all I see is like the tail end of like this fluffy tail, like trying to run the fence line. And I'm like, I click again, and I catch it. And it was probably 2 feet tall. And it ran across my fence line to the back end of the corner of my shed and leaped and caught the fence and jumped over the fence. And all I can see is the silhouette of the freaking like night sky. And I'm going, all right, cool. Meanwhile, roommate's dog still nowhere to be found.
Oh
So
no.
now I'm like, Guinness, his dog's name's Guinness. Guinness. Nowhere to be found. So now Axe is gripped tight. I'm Scandinavian. If this is how I'm going out, this is how I'm going out. We're doing this right now. I go around the house and I hit the
Fucking
light
Michael
again.
Myers style.
Yeah. So I hit the flashlight again and the light flashes and I see two eyes like staring at me from behind the AC unit. And I'm like, Guinness? And he doesn't respond. I go, okay, that's another chupacabra. Let's go. Turns out it was Guinness. He was so scared because of whatever else was in the backyard. I had to drag him inside.
Oh no.
It was that bad. I was like, cool. So yeah, I didn't worry too much about letting my pig out at 9:00 at night.
Yeah.
Did you give Guinness some Guinness?
Oh yeah, Guinness got good pets.
Okay.
He earned it. All right,
right.
moving on.
I guess the last question is who to play this weekend?
Ooh.
This is where we get into the meat and potatoes of everything that we've been building up for.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Okay.
but really, the podcast has only been on for an hour because the first 45 minutes was us waiting for Alex to upload his fucking computer.
All right.
The podcast has been on for 2 tequilas.
So moving forward, whatever day we do the podcast, the day before we have to make sure everything is updated.
Like, Alex, did you not learn from me?
That's why I posted on Facebook, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, it's me, fuck."
Hey, I provided photographic evidence. All right.
You
It's
did.
like,
I loved it. He kept taking pictures of his iPad that wouldn't fucking play StreamYard. He's like, "Yeah, this is not supported." And I was like, "You got to post this. This is too perfect."
it was just a perfect
Perfect
amount of
storm.
events.
Perfect storm.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Alex. I am taking it easy on you.
You have to.
No. Trust me, band of brothers.
You're not wrong. And with my TV that keeps turning off, I think we're all in the same boat. So
Oh yeah, this is going to be the most eclectic podcast ever.
I think we're gonna be trending in the morning when we wake up.
Oh, absolutely. Between like your thing going off, my a crazy beard and yelling at a pig, Alex
Don't get
not
to that
showing up.
fast.
Don't forget the El Chupacabra.
Oh, the El Chupacabra story. Alex showing up. Get out of there.
I told him earlier he's gonna be yelling on camera. It's gonna be like this motherfucker has Tourette's. Like, what's going on?
Ashley showing up with dog beds and stuff like that. Yeah, it's gonna be a
Dude,
thing.
that is the best. Like, she's in the background, like flossing with like purple string that we can't see. So she's just like,
Just going to town.
it's so much fun.
I was like, you guys have a whole other section of your house, but no, right behind you.
Right behind me, flossing with the purple string that nobody can see.
Nobody can see. I was like, I don't know what music she's listening to, but I want to listen to it.
I don't know what music she's listening to, but I want to listen to it.
Get away from Toby Hall's helmet.
He loves that helmet. You might as well just let him finish it off.
No, it's a collector. It's Toby Hall. I mean,
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
I think for the Rays, maybe when he dies of diabetes or something, he'll be in the Hall of Fame for them.
All right, let's finish this up. Who's left to play? Anybody? Do we know any names? Are we
Wait, let the play. Like, I'm sorry, help me out here.
on Sunday? Like, who do you start? I mean, with all the injuries,
Oh God,
my team is dismantled. I have nobody else to play. Even like the Jets have a bye this week, so Le'Veon's not playing. So what the fuck do I do there? Like,
who are your backups?
mm,
That's why we're here to help, Ryan.
let's see here. Well, I got Darren Sproul starting in one of my leagues, so that's how that goes.
That's a big negative on that one.
Old Faithful not coming through lately. I could start Adrian Peterson. He plays against the Giants. He's supposed to. Yeah, you know what? I might move him up. I'll just
I would go that route. I mean, the offense is broken. Maybe he gets 15 carries, cranks you out 80 yards. Maybe you get like 7 or 8 points out of the kid.
Well, I started Todd
Marlon
Gurley. What has Todd Gurley done this year? Like I've got him. He had 43 yards on 14 carries last week.
Yeah, Todd. Well, he's not catching passes right now. That's the thing. It's all going to my Cooper Cup, but he's pretty one dimensional right now, and so Goff's having to do a lot more throwing than expected. So he's Todd Gurley right now. He's breaking hearts right now, but it's only a matter of time. He's Todd freaking Gurley.
So you think that he's holding on till later in the season as opposed to blowing out till week 12 like last season?
No, I think St. Louis, Todd McVay, and I don't think the offense has found that rhythm yet. They looked a lot better this week, but they haven't really found a good rhythm, and especially in the running game, because their line's not the same as it used to be. And so I think it's just going to be a matter of time. But Todd Gurley's going to get his touches. Todd Gurley's going to get his goal lines. And
is your pig eating right now?
He's man.
I can hear it.
Yeah, he's just stomping through things right now. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He's just so cute.
All right, Alex.
Get out of there.
Anybody that you want to think that you should pick up or start over anybody else this week?
Well, in one of my leagues, I got Phillips Rivers from the
Chargers. Okay.
Yeah, from Chargers. Thank you.
Oh, God, that's what he plays for 17 years.
Hey, out of the 2004 draft class, Ben's out, Eli's out. It's all Phillip from here.
Yeah.
If you look at like active passers, he's Philip Rivers is a Hall of Famer as far as I'm concerned.
Him, yeah. Eli, and Ben, they're all first round ballots.
Yeah, because Eli and Ben, Philip Rivers still has more kids.
And he's gonna put some points up this week because they're going against the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are everybody.
Oh yeah.
Good point. Keep going.
Hey, have another tequila. Have another tequila.
Tell me more. Go ahead.
You can go into work late tomorrow. It's okay. Nobody knows.
I'm just saying that, the Dolphins are everybody's punching bag right now.
Let them have it. Alex. Let Kate have it, evidently.
Hey, you're not wrong. Guess who picked up Dallas's defense this week?
You?
The
Guess who?
I'm sorry, week 3 picked up Dallas's defense against the Dolphins. Got me.
How hard was that?
Actually, pretty easy.
Well, no, I mean easy to pick up, but how hard was it to watch?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch it. Come on. Nah, come on, man. I was at work. It sounded like I had the game on every TV at the gym.
Not like you had that on every TV. You know who? You know what player of the week for me was? Minka.
Even when he got burned,
Yeah, he had an interception and a fumble.
and
Punch out.
and you know what? That's what kills me about the thing. Like they made a big deal about the Steelers picking him up. And did he get burned one time? Yeah. But like you said, did he have tackles? Did he get a pick too?
Dude was all over the place. Reminded me of Paul Malu.
No, but that's the thing. That's what Mika can do. He covers so much ground. And I'm just kind of like, really? Like, I mean, look at, hell, shit. What's his name from Houston? The kid who used to play for the Florida Gators. Mike Evans, or not Mike Evans, but that guy got lit up. The guy Mike Evans lit up all damn week on Sunday. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now because I'm so mad.
Nice fan. All right.
Thanks. It's a collective item.
So I think we've come full circle with everything this week. I really appreciate everybody chiming in and talking about everything. We definitely will do this. Whoa. Steelers play Monday night, so we could do this live during the Steelers game as they play Cincinnati.
You would love that, wouldn't you?
You want me to go off the fucking handle? Yeah, we'll do that during the Steelers game on Monday night. So
I'll bring you the tequila.
Dude, come on over. Alex, update your computer. Kate, make sure that your shit's updated. Make sure your pig's fed. No coyotes.
Tuesday or Wednesday, I've got.
I'm just saying, you're covering a lot of ground on your screen. I can probably sit just right next to you.
Dude, you're more than welcome. You are more than welcome.
Well, now my question is, will Ashley be continuously bringing us tequila shots?
Yes, we will make that happen. I might have to go to work the next day, but
I know that's why I'm like,
okay then.
I'm feeling my beard right now. Like I don't have to be at work. I can just drive. I can just get home hungover the next day.
Let's figure something out with tequila.
Maybe worst comes to worst, maybe you be at home, maybe I'll be somewhere watching the game with you guys and everything. We'll do it that way.
Whatever works. What were you saying, Alex, about
that Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't know which yet. I've got a sales meeting with all the sales guys coming in from all over the country, and we're going to be doing that at the Wild Rover, either Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, I just don't know which day it is, though.
What do you, in a roundabout way, you don't have to say where, but what do you do for work again?
I work for a medical device manufacturer.
Oh.
Yeah. There's the Wild Rover, that place you were mentioning that had that one funky beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Interesting.
The white stout is what it's called.
One of our facilities is right next to, across the street from Wild Rover.
I know exactly where you're at. Yep.
Well, no, okay. I don't actually work at that facility, but it's
I know. I think I know which facility is. Well, then, so Monday night would work. Maybe start 8:00.
Yeah.
Yeah, pregame a little. Get the whole introduction in and all that.
Get the introduction in. Get the first quarter, whatever.
Stuff. Yeah, let's get
talk
the beer
about what's going on.
Before the game gets in.
Let's do that. I like how these go. I mean, yeah, these are a little bit longer than our normal podcast, but there's so much to talk about.
Sorry,
and a lot of fun times.
Honestly, it's my fault. It's not Alex's updating. It's not Alex's updates. It's my fault.
Oh, look at him. So he gets to rib you against Miami, and then you get to rib him against the same thing that you faced the week before. Got it. Okay, I love it. I love the dynamic. I love the dynamic. Actually, hopefully next week we'll have Corey on the podcast too.
Yes,
Maybe he's feeling
I'd
under the
love to
weather.
do that with him. He seems like a cool cat. I'd be
He
good to
is. He's a Steelers fan just like me, so we'll both be yelling. We'll both talk
Oh,
about it.
never. I
We won't
take
hold that
back
against you.
everything. I retract every statement.
That you just made within the last 30 seconds. All right. Alex, where can the good kids find you besides on here talking with us this evening?
On Facebook, on the you can find me on the page. I'm usually commenting or reacting to almost everything.
Yeah, you
So-
are. Cade, where can the good kids find you? And then where can they really find you?
Honestly, I have opened up my Instagram a little bit more for some
Okay.
unknown reason. Catergator, I think it's Catergator like 123. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I just
Very
post,
simple.
yeah, simple stuff like that. And on Facebook, literally, I'm like one of like 7 people named Cade. You can't miss the beard. And I don't know. Anybody want a gym membership?
Hit up Catergator if you want a gym
If
membership.
you're in Dunedin and you just wanna chill or whatever, have some beers, talk about football, I'm down. Just shoot me a message. I'm
But
cool with that.
he will only sign you up if you are ready to change your life.
No, literally. If you can't out bench press me, I will sign you up.
There you go. All right, and of course, this has been the non-real guiding host of the show, Brood Boy 813. We have gotten.
You're getting thumbs up.
I appreciate that. We've gone on.
You're doing awesome, brother.
We turned every segue into like what seemed like was actually supposed to be part of the show, but wasn't really supposed to be part of the show, but is part of the show. So it's what makes it really organic. It's how we come full circle. It's what we like to do here. We like to give you the best of the best of the best and keep it coming in week out, unless we're on a cruise. That's a different story.
Yeah, we
Boy
should all be so
813.
lucky.
We didn't.
Oh wait,
You
real
know-
quick.
Go, go.
While I'm still alive. How was your cruise?
Oh man.
Just
First off,
give us the cliff notes.
I almost didn't want to come back. Like I could have stayed in one of the islands. The main island I wanted to stay on was St. Thomas.
Oh, the brewery.
Yep, it got an interview. Which, if you have not heard it yet, you can go to the Craft Brews Geek News Facebook page
That's
and click
what I'm
that.
doing my break tomorrow.
It was incredible. Actually, my mom listened to that podcast and interview, and she fucking loved it. So that was cool. I think the sights, the views, the friend. You know what? We go on cruises and we just love making friends. We love meeting people. I made a couple of friends that are from Vegas. Shout outs to Travis and Bo. Bo actually came down to Tarpon Springs and he was at Brew last night. So that was kind of cool. First cruise person that we've met that we actually saw post cruise, and then made a bunch of friends from Ireland. So we were hanging out with the Irish folk. I personally feel like I just fit right in if I moved over there, and they gave me a nickname, Rasher. So if you see the hashtag Rasher on any of my future posts, that's why. I pay homage to that. I think it was pretty cool because every time we took fucking cats. Every time,
yeah, your cats are murdering each other in the background.
they're brothers, so it's okay.
Cain and Abel.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh no!
All right,
They're actually
only one will survive.
So they were originally named after Jungle Book characters, especially Bagheera and Mowgli, or something. I think.
Bagheera was.
Or no. It was
right?
it was Baloo and Bagheera. It was Baloo and Bagheera. Now,
so which
thank
Jungle
you
Book?
for the assist, my love. She's
which Jungle Book?
she's listening to everything I'm saying.
Yeah. Which Jungle Book? Like the watered down version,
How
or
many
the
Jungle Books?
literal version? Because the watered down children's version, that's adorable. The literal version.
The cartoon version?
The cartoon version, yeah, because the literal version, Baloo's like a general style trying to make sure Mowgli survives, and that's just a happy-go-lucky.
Did you see that shit?
Yeah, no, it's quick as lightning.
His name's Solar.
Okay. All right, St. Thomas cruising. It's badass.
Badass. On a ship.
Oh, I'm
cruising
on a
for
boat. I'm on a boat, bitch. Yeah,
dude.
we knew.
It was so good. Actually, we didn't get to tan the last 2 days because we were caught between the two storms that were out there, which actually helped because by the time we left the third port, my face was screaming at me. Like it was sun and just red, and I brought aloe on. I had to keep covering myself up with that.
That's why you let that screen go out every now and then, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
I can see your cheeks from here.
Oh yeah. Well, the cheeks are.
Alex, you see him? You see how bright that is? Like his face is just white as all hell, but those cheeks and that forehead,
That's
just
right. I got a big forehead. I got a big.
That's forehead. A lot of. That's a big area for
Ashley
sun.
tells me all the time. She's like, "You got a huge fucking head." I'm like, "Yes, I do."
Especially when it's super red.
Yep. But
dude, that's so
overall,
bad.
Just food. Fucking lobster. It was just fucking. It was great. We didn't want to leave.
They're awesome.
It's hard. It's hard.
It is, but we make friends. We actually, like I said, we picked up like about 10 or 15 different friends now. So we just keep adding every time we go on a cruise. We add more friends, and that's what I think cruises are all about. You really get to know people because they're the most relaxed they've been in an entire year or two, and I highly recommend it, especially a 7-day cruise. A 3-day cruise I haven't been on yet, but I don't think that's enough time to really truly relax because you get like 1, 2, and then you're back home.
It goes quick. Yeah, it goes insanely quick. A 3-day cruise.
7-day cruise, you're just like.
No, Alex nailed on that one.
By day 4, you're all friends. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I always say like I'm just right there with Alex. It's I did the old 3-dayer down to like Cozumel or not Cozumel, to Nassau. So you went out, had a Port Canaveral, so so it was like a 3-day, 4-night or something, whatever that is.
Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and back in Portland.
Yeah, so you had like 2 days at sea roughly, but you only had like 8 hours on Nassau, and you spend the first like couple hours dealing with like the locals going, "Let me braid your hair for $400," and this, that, and the other. So me being a history guy, so I was like, no, I know who inhabited this island. I know where they built the churches, the forts, and all that. So I was like, I had to go. I went on my own in Nassau by myself. And then the group I went with, a good friend, his name's Joe LaFon, great dude. And he's like, hey, I'll join you. So me and him went out. He goes, dude, I had no idea all this kind of stuff was out here. I go, yeah, you understand, like this island was fought over repeatedly and just on and on and on. So we ended up at the Nassau Zoo. Yes, perfect example. So the Nassau Zoo. So it was in such worn down crap shape that we didn't know where the entrance was. It literally, you thought you were walking down like a back alley into someone's like driveway, and then Nassau Zoo pops up. And so you take a hard left. So we walk in, and the guy's like $13 a person. And I kind of look around. I was like, you know what? I'll cover this. Joe's been cool. So we're walking around. Every exhibit, every animal is just miserable because it's Nassau. It's we're talking like it's May. it's 100 degrees outside. They're just, and I'm going through it, and they're like, "Oh, you should stay for the flamingo show." I was like, "The flamingo show? You have flamingos?
You have flamingos? Do they have 2 legs or 1?"
I was like, "Which flamingos?" And they actually had flamingos that marched around. It was actually really cool. But you go to the other exhibits, and every animal in every exhibit is backed up as far as they can be in the exhibit, away from the sun because it's so hot. Like we're going through it. They had raccoons. They're like North American raccoons. I've hunted raccoons. And they're just backed in. And the girl who was like trying to like walk around, talk to people and everything, she goes, "Oh, they're usually not this shy." I go, "Really? When it's what? Not 100 degrees outside?" And here's the saddest part. They had lemurs. No, they had lemurs. Yeah, this is the last thing I'm going to say for the sake of this podcast. So they had lemurs. And this lemur was pressed up against the cage. And I walk up to him, and I'm looking at him, and me and Joe are looking at him. We're like, he's dead. He's just like leaned up, fur into the cage. And the girl's like, "Oh no! That's Gary. Gary's." I was like, "Gary's dead." She goes,
Gary's
no. Like he had patches of fur missing,
oh,
and
Oh,
his eyes were like whited over because he was blind. And I'm looking at him, go like, "Ma'am, he's blind." He goes, "No. I go, no. I've seen he's blind, and his patches of fur. How old is he? Oh, like 3 years. No, ma'am. Gary is pressed up against that cage
Gary is dead.
because Gary. No. He moved,
Oh.
and I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at her, and I'm going, "Kill him!" Like Gary is waiting for the sweet embrace of death.
All right, if you make me laugh any harder, it's been 2 hours. I haven't
Oh,
gone off the
there's-
couch. I've
like,
got to piss. Like,
Here's the
so
problem.
bad.
There were four
No,
other. There
that's a
were four other
problem. I
lemurs.
can't, I can't just go on the podcast. I gotta go to the bathroom.
There were four other lemurs, and they were all in the back way because it's so freaking hot. But Gary, in the heat, in the sun, is leaned up against this fence.
Gary the lemur.
All right. But long story, say it
That's
for
okay.
God forbid Gary died.
Oh my gosh. So
But seriously, if you go
finish
to
this
Nassau,
up.
drink coconut milk. It's fantastic. To the jet skis, it's over by the breaks. Nice.
Wow, that was a great summation of Nassau. I will
Don't
say
blaze it.
I was driving by this like little trailer park today, and the way you described listen, the way that you described the like entrance to the zoo, it was like I looked to the left and I see this house, and literally the house to this trailer park had this sign of the trailer park as like the sign of the house. It said, "Welcome to Oak Park," and it's like literally
Okay.
the
I thought maybe in my hometown.
no, it was in Largo. It's like literally the side of the house is the sign for the trailer park.
So it's like that section of the map that's like we can't discern this. It's like we actually have no allocation for this.
Exactly.
This place. You're like, where am I?
You know, I'm just gonna build this guy a house, and it's
If
gonna
I
be
go in
the
here and I
sign
don't come back, are they
for
gonna
Oak
find me?
Park. It's gonna be the sign for Oak Park. So that's how that. I was if it wasn't a 2-lane highway with like a bunch of people passing by, I would be taking a photo. I was like, this guy's house is the sign for his neighborhood. Like, okay, all right, we
gotta go. We gotta end it. We're over two. We're over 2 hours.
We're over 2 hours. I've got to go to the bathroom. I'm ending this podcast. Best of luck to whoever you have left in your fantasy football fucking league right now, because and I'm black again.
And he's wow. Hey, this podcast took a turn.
No, that's not what I meant. It's not what I meant.
No, I just sneezed. That's not what I meant. Go ahead. Tell us what you meant.
I'm back.
Hey, you know what the best way to add an extra hour to your podcast? Say I just went black.
Okay. All right. We got to end this show. You guys have been awesome. And I can't wait for next Monday when the Steelers are on and we do this fucking live again. Have a great night.
Oh, I'm so excited.
In a 3, a 2, a 1. Have a great night. All right. Holy shit. That was great. Oh, gentlemen.